and welcome to Natural Havoc. We are a group of Twitch streamers that decided to give playing and streaming Dungeons & Dragons a go. We will be playing the 5e system, however with a few added homebrew rules thrown in. Most of us are very new to D&D, so please do be patient as we will still be figuring things out. And I'm sure we will make plenty of mistakes, myself included. Firstly, can I thank every single one of you that's here today to watch us, and all of those watching from the future, because I know you do. Yeah, we play D&D. We're just a bunch of goofballs. We love it. We love fantasy. We love D&D, and yeah, we're really enjoying this. So, as we always do, let's go round the room and introduce one another. I always get this wrong, so I'm going to raise a hand while I'm currently speaking so I can realise what side people are on. Okay, to my right, which is the left of the screen, I believe, is Eagle. Eagle.
Hello, everybody. I'm the Eagle.
Buddy.
Yeah, I'm here. Hello, I am the Eagle Outlaw. You can catch me at the Eagle Outlaw. Make sure to put a 0, not an O. People have been doing that recently. But hello. I've been playing. I've just finished Star Wars recently, and now we've been doing Skyrim. So if you guys are down for that shit, come check out and come hang out with the craziness. And yeah, hello.
Awesome, and after Eagle, we have Lan. Lan, tell people where they can find you.
Hello, I am Lan. I am the female half of Team Logic NL. The male half is somewhere in this room as well. Yeah, and I play Shion, the sassy half-elf, bitchy noble girl. You can find me at Team Logic NL.
Brilliant. And below Lan, we have Smitty. Smitty, take it away.
Oh, I'm Smitty Jane on Twitch, Maeve in the D&D, and I stream a bunch of variety. Currently, just started Pokemon Colosseum, which, by the way, best game ever. Fight me. Most evenings, and yeah, Maeve is a half-elf druid. So yeah, there we go. That's it.
Brilliant. And the other side of the screen, Zeb, take it away.
Yeah, I'm Agent Zeb. I play Erhard Weidestaff, the human sorcerer, in the D&D. And other than that, you can find me on Twitch at Agent Zeb. Usually playing the variety of all sorts, from strategy, indie, to, well, all kinds of weird stuff.
Fantastic. And above Zeb, we have Good Boy. Take it away.
I should probably unmute myself, but hi guys, I'm Guildmaster Creed. You can find me on Twitch at Guildmaster Creed. I play a variety of games, but lately it's been story-based games and shooters, and I'm playing a female noble paladin whose name is Contessa Coldstar. You can also find me at the Eagle Outlaw.
And above Creed, we have the tech wizard himself. Tim, take it away.
Yes, welcome everybody. My name is Tim. I'm the male half of Team Logic, and I am playing Arcturus in this play, the very big blue Vidalcan. Very smart, very smart. You can find me at the Team Logic channel, as Lan just told us before. And we are hosting a 12-hour stream on Sunday, so we would love you guys to be there. So take care. Have fun today.
Awesome. And finally, I will be your gracious DM. I am the Onion Soup, and normally you can find me playing all sorts of RPG games. However, I'm going on holiday next week, so I'm not streaming at all. So I won't be here. And on that note, we have an announcement. Next Friday, we will not be streaming D&D, because unfortunately I'm not here. However, panic not. Eagle, why don't you tell the viewers the good news?
Hello, everybody. Hello. So, as you guys know, we've been doing a thing called Talking Havoc, over here, where we get a few of the members who are a part of this D&D group, and we just have a little good chat. We are gonna talk about that more throughout the week. Maybe see what we can also do a part of this. But it'll be me and probably possibly a few others, and we'll just be having a great chat, answer your guys' questions, and do another podcast. So that's great. Same time as a normal session on Friday.
Yeah, so if you want to get in on that, you'll be able to ask random questions regarding the D&D stuff, and maybe get to know a little bit more about the cast themselves. Hopefully there'll be a few of us here. I know I personally won't, but while I am near a beach somewhere, I will be trying to tune in. Not trying to rub it in at all, guys. I apologize. Anyway, so that's that. That's our announcements this week. I hope you're all buckled in. Make sure that you have got some snacks, some drinks, and just chill out, because this could be a bit of a ride today. We'll see what the guys do. But anyway, let's get on with the session 4 recap, and let's take it away. So we started the session as the party entered Felix Featherstone's manor on the promise of a reward. Upon arriving, the party found themselves interrupting a meeting with Felix and his guards. The party and Felix spoke for a while, and he informed them that he required their aid once more, as he needed some muscle for hire to protect a wagon of gemstones and jewels, and that due to the attack and theft, he did not know who to trust but those that saved his life. The party, after bartering for a better price, managed to get Felix to pay more up front and a smaller amount upon arrival. Felix also included within their payment camping equipment, food for the week, and tavern expenses for their week-long travel. The party shortly left the manor, going their separate ways, buying various things that they would need for the travel ahead, some buying weapons, others buying supplies. Shion spent the next few hours seeing off a bottle of wine while enjoying the entertainment provided. Maeve and Erhard went to a magical component shop and found out that Socks was in fact a sproutling, a fey creature that can grow to be 7 foot tall and live up to 250 years old. They also learned a little bit about the Feywild and that time works differently within. Donros and Contessa met with the local blacksmith, a dragonborn man named Arthur, who works at the Phoenix Forge. He informed them that if they bring him rare materials, he can forge them unique weapons. Arcturus met with a market stall owner and purchased 10 days worth of extra food with a discount due to Felix's reputation. Finally, the party reconvened to meet Galoin, that was it, Galoin, their halfling wagon rider, and the party set out, leaving the city behind them. A few hours into the journey, Donros and Shion could hear what sounded like an argument. Donros quickly took to being stealthy to get a closer look, while the rest of the party began getting closer. And that's when we will pick up today's session. So, what is everybody doing? Specifically, Donros, what are you up to?
Okay, so do I see them now? Do I see anything? Do I see them especially?
So as you sneak up through the few bushes and a couple of trees nearby, you peer through your 7 foot form hiding behind the shrubbery. You see 2 5 to 6 foot humanoid figures wearing full plate armor, both with great swords drawn, circling on the dirt path ahead of you. What do? All you can make out is that there is an argument. You can't make out exactly what's being said, but you can make out that they seem to be having a dispute.
Okay. I'm gonna stay low a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of keep watching them, see if I can get anything, like any clues about what's going on. What? Oh.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay, great.
First roll of the night. Come on, let's go.
Perception. Right there. Yeah, right there.
Ooh. Yeah, as you're glancing at these two men, you can see that they have royal crests upon their armor of 2 different houses. You can definitely tell that they're not from the same house, and the armor that you can see them wearing, they are slightly different in the way that they have been built. But what you do notice, and what you can overhear, is they seem to be arguing about a woman named Melisandre. and you can't quite grasp exactly what's being said, but you can hear that one of them is shouting to the other that he will take Melisandre's hand in marriage, whereas the other seems to be disputing what is being said. And the pair of them both have weapons drawn, and every now and then the blades clash against one another.
Okay, I'm just gonna try to hightail it back to the others before they roll up on this. And I'm just gonna start moving back to the others.
Roll me a flat dex check. So on the left-hand side where it says dexterity, just click dexterity for me. It will say strength, dexterity, constitution. Okay. Yeah, you start making your way back. However, we're going to cut back to the other gang. Shion, Erhard, you can both hear the commotion ahead of you, while the rest of you are plodding along by the side of the wagon. Is there anything either of you would say? As you can hear, like, what seems to be shouting, but you can't make out what's being said.
I just feel like staying out of their business for a while. Surely it is none of our concern what they are doing.
Well, I kind of turn to the rest of the party and tell them, like, those two figures, they seem to be fighting up front. Sounds like there's a commotion of sorts. And then I don't know if I can, like, the mind thing with Olaf, who's there, if he can kind of try and go in closer to them and see, like, if there's anything, like, around them. Were they, like, camping there? Did they meet? I don't know if there's anything I can spot.
So are you looking through the eyes of Olaf, or are you asking Olaf to look?
Through the eyes of Olaf.
Then you will have to remain stationary. So if the wagon's still going, you will be left behind. Just so you're aware.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, obviously, until it stops. So you take a second to focus, and you close your eyes, and when you reopen them, you see yourself 30 foot into the air, looking down from a bird's eye view, quite literally, onto this little scene of these two gentlemen. And yeah, you want to fly closer? How close do you go? You're 30 foot away at the moment.
Jesus, feet. I don't know, like, circle closer, like. I have to look up what feet height stuff.
Well,
I don't know, like 10 feet above them.
Yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, you fly
close.
down 20 feet, and you just want to try and listen to what's being said.
Yeah, to kind of get what the argument is about, to see their surrounding, like what's around them, like where are they exactly, like what's happening there.
Roll me a perception check for the bird. So that's a D20 plus 3.
20. No.
Nice, 21. So as the bird's looking around, you can see there are no campsites nearby. You can also see what looks to be like groove marks in the dirt near them. Almost as if someone was resting a blade upon it, maybe waiting for someone. You feel like that maybe one of them was here already and the other arrived, maybe to meet, some sort of meeting place to settle their dispute or something. But yeah, you also get the same sort of thing. You keep hearing the name Melisandre be said, and yeah, you can hear the topic of marriage, and each of them are fighting one another, which seems to be like for Melisandre's hand in marriage. And yeah, as you do that, we'll cut to the rest of you. What is everyone else doing? Shion is telling the driver that we shouldn't be getting in their affairs. Maeve, Arcturus, Contessa.
I was at the back of the wagon, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I hear anyone say that there's commotion going on?
Hard address the group, yeah.
Okay. So I guess I haven't done much. I've just sort of made my way around to sort of the side of the wagon just to sort of see what's going on.
As do I. I'm not really familiar with the...
We kind of have to go through them, so I'm just going to keep moving up in front of the wagon.
How far away are we currently?
How far away?
You guys can just about see them. They're probably like 50 foot away from you. So you've got a little bit to go, and it won't take you very long. It may take you about 20-30 seconds of just your slow pace that you were going to finally get up to them.
I just look up to Goloin and ask him, have you seen these before, these guys?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Is this the usual sort of thing that happens on this road?
Well, not usually, no.
Okay. Good to know.
I would suggest that we head towards them, keep a little bit of distance, and just see what happens.
Yeah, I agree. There's not an obvious way around them, is there?
Well, would you like me to go off the path? As he like pulls the reins, like because that on the path, you see that?
No. No. Let's just keep going straight, but just keep yourself to yourself. Let's keep quiet. Let's see what happens.
Try to get past them.
Yeah.
He nods and continues at the slow pace that you're going. So are you guys kind of in front of the wagon now at this point then, walking towards it? Or are you going back to the formation you were in?
I've always been in front of it, so...
Yeah.
I'll just stay next to it. I don't need to be behind the wagon.
Very well. Yeah, so as you guys continue on a little bit further, Don Ross comes bounding over from the bushes, doing a little roly-poly and then like running up to you like, and yeah, you arrive, Don Ross, you arrive.
Hey everybody. They're kind of just fighting over a girl, some woman, sounds like. I don't know what that's about, but I mean, they don't seem like they're gonna, they don't seem very intelligent people because you're fighting over somebody. So I think we can just keep moving along.
You think they'll let us pass no problem?
I mean, they wearing some really nice armor. I mean, they seem to be like, I don't know, like some really, they seem to be a part of something, some high group or something. I don't know. But they do seem to be kind of rich people. I don't know.
High group? What do you mean by that?
I don't know, dude. They're just wearing nice armor, right? You want to go talk to them? I'll take you up there.
Oh, I'll come with you.
All right, cool. I guess we'll go back up.
Yeah, and I'd say, Erhard, at this, you can now see through Olaf's eyes that Don Ross and Contessa are approaching the group slowly. So do you want to continue to remain as Olaf, or would you like to rejoin the group?
Yeah, I would like have him continue to circle, but like come back to myself.
Yeah, and then you'll catch up with the wagon. It's not very far. It's like a little bit ahead of you, but yeah, you just quickly jog back up to the wagon and catch up to the gang. Yeah, and as you do, Don Ross and Contessa, as you begin approaching, they're still like circling one another, going round in this sort of like standoff motion, almost like they're ready to strike, but they both have to get their anime monologues off before they fight properly. And as you both arrive, one of them like glances towards the pair of you, seeing a very strange sight. It's like, "You there? Who goes there?"
Can I just be like, are you gonna fight already or what? I'm tired of watching y'all just dance around.
I'm just gonna yell out, "My name is Contessa Coldstar."
But greetings.
Who cares about us? Are you gonna fight or what?
Well, yes. You see, this swine villain wishes to take my woman, and I will not have it. I laid eyes upon her first.
So just because you looked at her, you got her? Is that how that shit works?
Well, me and Melisandre have been meeting for a while now.
Oh.
And the other one says, "I don't believe it. No, you haven't. You sniveling swine. She was mine first."
You guys are fighting over a woman. You guys are children. Listen.
And I see.
She is a noble woman of quite esteem.
And
If
there's
you
a lot of
recognize a
women
woman
out
such
there
as
like
yourself.
that. We have one on our wagon right now. I mean, it looks like
Right.
she seems like a very, if you want to go talk to her, you can go, I can bring you over there. I mean, shit, y'all don't have to fight over a woman. There's plenty of those. Like, there's plenty of people,
What on earth are you?
What am I?
Yes.
I'm
Are you a
an
beast
elephant,
of some
dude.
sort?
I'm a
Horror
Loxodon.
of the wilds.
I'm a Loxodon. Wait, what did you just call me? Wait, what? What'd you say to me?
Donruss, calm down. Donruss,
I'm
calm
gonna pull
down.
out my bow and I'm gonna look at him like, say that again. Call me that one more time.
I'm gonna stand between them and Donruss.
Well, what are you? You said a Loxaman?
I'm a Loxodon.
A Loxodon?
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
I've never seen one of your kind before.
Hey,
And
don't
what are
call
you
me
doing
a
in
whore
these
of the
parts?
wild. I will fight you.
Can I see
You
their
wish to
armor and
fight
stuff
me?
from this distance?
You ain't nothing.
A knight of the Everest family? How dare
A
you?
knight? What do you
Only
think
those
this
of
is? Huh? You think?
prestigious titles may fight one such as I.
Do I know this family?
Roll me a history check. Nope. You're not even convinced it's real. With a natural one.
Listen,
Do I see the
Y'all
other
are
guy's
fighting
armor
over-
and crest?
for a woman.
Bom überhaupt neergaat en topkijk.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
Can I roll for that one?
Sure, roll me another history check.
Oh.
You look at the other one, and you recognize this as a noble family from Arkenvale, which is the capital city. This one in particular is the Gelesta family, and they are not a massively well-known group of individuals. However, recently on your travels, you did meet with a gentleman in armor such as his. You don't believe it to be the same person, but it's got the same crest. And you had a small interaction, and yeah, you found out that he was part of the Gelesta family, which is a noble family in Arkenvale.
And how's the dispute going between Donruss and the?
Yeah, so as you're analyzing the situation, you zone out for a minute, and then you come back to Don Ross shouting, "You do this for a woman?" And this gentleman's like, "Do you not know of the chivalrous nature of knights?"
Listen. I don't care what exactly you are. Honestly, you can be a fucking king for all I care. I don't care. Listen, all I'm telling you is, if you guys are fighting over a woman, y'all ain't no goddamn knights.
Beg your pardon?
You heard me. You ain't no
He
knights for
draws
fighting over a
his
woman.
sword, and he takes it away from the gentleman next to him for a second, and he points it towards you. And the other guy stands up as well, and he looks at him. He's like, "Did that swine just call us? Not
Swine? You did
I'm
not
gonna
just
pull-
call me a swine.
I'm gonna pull up my shield. Does my shield have my family crest on it at all, or no?
Yeah,
Just,
yeah, we can say that. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, guys. He doesn't know about the noble houses at all. He's not from here. You
Noble?
see.
They ain't noble. They're fighting over a woman. Don't they have anything better to do? Like, don't they have people to
Well, no.
protect? Look at them. They're being lazy out here, fighting for some woman who probably doesn't even care
Okay.
about them.
Okay, so if he came at you with that great sword, would you? And he has full armor. Would you think your bow can pierce that?
Wait, you think I'm gonna let him talk me down? He called me a swine. This
Well,
guy deserves it.
I'm glad out of the two of you, one of you is educated. Contessa, was it?
Yes.
He bows.
And I'm gonna just like
Mhm.
kind of like curtsy, kind of in armor or something.
Yeah, and I'd say at this point, if the rest of you, are you still moving along to catch up to Contessa in that? Yeah?
No. I see that thing happening, and I'm like, it's not very going very well. Let's walk towards them. Not to them, but towards them.
Yeah.
Well,
so
personally, I would try and get closer, as I can see it's being still heated and not really resolved, and they turning towards them with their swords drawn. I don't know. I just would like to try and calm it down somehow.
Maeve and Shion, either of you two coming to the aid of your friends here?
I just shake my head in disbelief, like, and yeah, I'll follow along, but at a distance. I do not want to deal with these peasants.
Yeah, I've just sort of gone onto like a slow jog. Like it's still okay, but I'll go a bit faster. Yeah.
So everyone starts going a little bit more hurried, whereas Arcturus and Shion are kind of both like, just walking a little bit behind the pair of you. I will say at this point the wagon has stopped, because it doesn't want to get too close to this interaction. So Galoyan is sat up there and he's held the horses back. And at this, Erhard and Maeve, the pair of you two arrive at the scene as Dodros seems about to blow his lid at these two gentlemen. And yeah, you guys arrive. More brigands.
More what? Hey man, listen, you're gonna stop this kind of talk to me and these people I travel with right now, all right? I don't care who you think you are, right? But you are gonna make me mad. First of all, you're fighting for some woman, then you're in our way. Can you just let us through? I'm done with you. Just let me through. I want to go. I want to leave you alone. Yes, but I want to pass.
Well, why didn't you just say so in the first place? And he steps to the side. It's like, well, move along. Be quick about it.
I'm very sorry about my companion here.
Well, I'm sorry that you have to travel with him.
It's a job that we all have to do at some point, right?
He nods.
Can I address them and just ask them exactly what's happening? Introduce myself first. Like, my name's Weiderstaff, and what seems to be the problem? Yeah.
Well, firstly, this man here wished to take the lady that I wish to pursue, and we decided to have an altercation outside of the city of Karas, and if it came to it, draw blood. Unfortunately, and he looks towards Dodoros and he says, "This individual has interrupted this."
Please ain't call me an animal.
Apparently, you wish to pass, so please do it quickly.
Yeah, guys, I think we should just sort of get past these and let them sort it out for themselves.
I agree with this too, but I'm gonna ask them if which way did they come from? Did they come from Arkenvale or Karaz?
The gentleman with the Everest crest, he says, "Well, I come from Karas, and this man here is from Arkenvale."
Where does the woman live?
She lives in Karas.
I'm going to address the Arkenvale one, and how was the road over here?
Well, it was pleasant for a man such as my stature, anyway. Nothing seemed to trouble me.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep walking forward. Then I don't have any business here.
Listen, there's a better way to settle this. Instead of killing each other, you guys could play a game called Tusk War. That's how we used to settle things back where I come from. Tusk War, where you guys
such a barbaric sport,
you guys
I'm sure.
run at each other, and whoever gets knocked to the ground first loses.
Isn't that
kind of what they're doing,
Don? That's what a duel is, Don Russ. Do you not know that?
That's the knightly.
I don't think they're trying to kill each other.
Wait, but they have their swords out. They're trying to kill each other.
No, they just want to draw blood.
Did anyone think of asking the woman in question who she wants to be with?
I don't think the woman is here.
No, but did any of the gentlemen, did any of you guys ask the lady who she'd like to marry?
How far is Maeve from me right now?
Imagine she's pretty close. She's like maybe 5-10 feet away.
I'm gonna go up to her and kind of just whisper to her. Knights don't really care about that kind of thing. We have to kind of just leave them to their business.
As you're whispering, the Everest gentleman shouts out, "You wish for me to ask her, out of the two of us, which she would rather marry?"
You heard the lady.
And he looks back at you and he's like, "Why on earth would he do such a thing? Clearly she would only want to be with the best of us."
No, you never heard of a lady who just wants to be with you because she loves you?
They both look around sheepishly. And at that, as you all look at these two gentlemen, you just hear from above as this large creature comes flying down towards the wagon. And you see this feathery beast with a beak and claws pierce into the side of the wagon and try to lift it. And as it does, you see it struggle as bits of it buckle from beneath its claws and it flies back up again. And you just hear one of the Everest man go, "Oh my, a griffin." And at that, we are going to have to roll initiative. But give me 2 seconds real quick while I drag you over to the battle map.
Fucking griffin?
Yeah, the griffin would be about here at this point.
Do we know anything about griffins? Like, is there a way to find that out?
Roll me a nature check. Let's see if you've ever encountered one, if you wish. If you don't feel like it would be to do with your character, if you don't think your character would have met one, then that's absolutely fine. Don't need to roll. 17, a 19, a 5. No one else? Not a problem. That's all good. That's all good. I would say then, Shion, you have heard of something called a hippogriff, which you believe this to be. You're positive this is a hippogriff. 100%. This is definitely not a griffin. It's a hippogriff. Oh yeah, I need to press that. That would be helpful. There you go. So if you want to roll initiative for me, you need to click your token on the map and then click the initiative button on your character sheet. Otherwise, it won't pop up in the thing. So, Eagle, if you'd like to do that again for me, and then I will just give you the 17.
I finally got a good roll. I finally got a good roll.
And I will roll for this little fella. Oh, he rolled well. And then we will roll for the knights. Oh, they rolled atrocious. Okay, well, on that note, let me put some music on.
Yeah, they're preoccupied in their duel.
What do the rest of us know about the griffin?
Oh yeah, sorry. Let me put some music on and then I'll do that. Not a problem. For some reason, all my music has come out of folders and I don't know why. So that's always fun. Thank you, Roll20.
Disorder.
Is this the one I want? Nah. It's all out of order. What is it doing? Yeah, this will do. Okay. So, who rolled what? We had a 17 from Erhard and a 19 from Maeve. You would both know that griffins are quite large creatures that hunt for prey usually. They usually don't attack people, but they have been said to swoop by and steal like stuff in wagons and that. You also know, with a roll above a 15, that they usually hunt in pairs.
Oh.
Can I quickly shout, watch out, there might be more.
Yeah, and as you shout that, yeah, we go into initiative. So I need to ask, because I think everyone's rolled there. Yeah, well, they have. What is your dexterity modifier? Sorry, your dexterity total, Erhard. Because you and the griffin have the same, so it's based on who has the higher dex.
Dexterity total.
Yeah, so what's your total number for dexterity? 13? Okay, I think the griffin goes first.
It probably
does, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else got the same? No one else has the same.
Do we know if this is the girl or boy half of the griffin?
Neither of you rolled above a 20, otherwise you would have known.
I tried.
But unfortunately not. Unfortunately, you didn't roll high enough. But that's all good. That's not a worry. It's all good. Don't panic. At this, the griffin does a real quick 180 as it turns back around, swooping towards you. Shion wasn't on the wagon at the time, so it was just that guy. As it swoops back towards the wagon, and will make another athletics check to try and grab it. Let's see what it rolls. It rolled a 12. As it lifts, it like breaks part of the roof of the wagon again, and it lifts, and you see the wagon lift off the ground for just a second until you hear the claws scraping against the wood of the wagon, hitting back on the ground. The horses immediately begin to rear up, and they look like they're about to bolt, but they are still attached. So yeah, the griffin goes from there over to here, over to here. And it begins to look like it's going to swoop back round again. And it's currently 30 foot in the air.
Oh, so it's flying shit.
Yeah, it's flying. It's flying around. But at the end of that, Ahad, you're up. You're muted.
He's muted.
Okay, sorry. Where's the griffin? Is it on the map still? Oh, down there. Never mind.
Yeah,
Never
it
mind.
swoops down and it's like going for
Okay.
another 180 to spin round.
So if it's 30 feet high up in the air, and then how far is it away from me?
Whichever is the further is the one that it is. So if it's 35 feet currently from you.
So that's the distance from me, or?
Yes, 35 feet.
Okay.
If you get within 10 feet of it, it's 30 feet away because it's in the air. Because you don't measure it by straight and then up, you measure it diagonally.
Ah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I would like to cast a Mind Sliver, which has a 60 feet range. So
Yeah,
that
not a
should
problem.
Hit.
Yeah, go for it.
So I just do that.
Yeah, so you begin conjuring your magic up, and with a flick, you flick this. It's like a. You said it was like the.
Well, from my mind.
Yes.
And
Yeah, it's like
like an arrow.
like some ectoplasm sort of stuff, which you like flick.
Yeah,
is that
like
right? Yeah.
the silvery.
Yeah, that's
stuff,
it. Yeah,
like in
as you
Harry Potter.
flick it towards the griffin, I will make an intelligence save. It's real good at these.
Bastard.
Yep,
Oh,
real
it's
good.
totally good. I see that.
You see it like blinks and like it shakes its head for a moment as you do 2 points of damage to it. Is that the end of your turn?
Can I like somehow, I don't know, have a look around if I spot anything else? Is that a thing? Since I know that it usually hunts in packs.
What's your passive perception?
Passive, what is that? How do I do
On
that?
your sheet, it should be on the left-hand side underneath skills. And that's basically
12.
your 12. So your general awareness is a 12. Because you'd have to perceive as an action.
Yeah.
I would say that, yeah, you look around, but you don't notice anything at the moment. Not anything out of the ordinary, anyway.
Sure.
Would you like to do anything else?
I think that's the end of my turn.
Brilliant.
The familiar acts independently. Okay, yeah. Can I kind of tell the familiar to fly in a bigger radius around us and try and check if we can see stuff?
Yeah, sure. Do you want to, let me actually give you 1 second, everybody.
Oh, he probably needs initiative.
Yeah, I'll give you the Ravens
Yeah.
stat block to play with. Who are you? You are Erhard.
Yeah, mainly.
There you go. You should be able to see that now as a...
The Raven, yeah.
Yes, and I'll drag it on here, and I'll say it's next to you for now. So yeah, you roll initiative for that, and then we'll add that to the initiative tracker as well. And then it can do its thing, which you can control.
Okay.
It'll be the dice at the top right.
Where's the initiative?
Yeah, dice at the top right.
There, okay.
Yep. So make sure you've clicked the token. Yeah.
Did I? Yes. And initiative.
What, 22?
Right.
That didn't come through. Let me just do it. It'll be easier. There we go. And then I'll change it to
I tried clicking on it, but I feel like it's too small. I don't know.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll have him go after you, if that's okay.
That's
And
fine.
yeah, so where would you like him to go? You can control him. It's his turn.
Well, yeah, I would like him to fly higher above us. Like, I don't know, like 30 feet or something. And if he can perceive any animals around or any
Sure,
other
roll
griffins.
a perception check on your Raven now, because you can do it on the sheet.
So just on the skills?
Yep, there should be one that says perception. Nice, 17. So yeah, you begin looking around, and Olaf does spot something. It spots something coming across the trees to the north.
So I know that, right?
Yeah, which is this direction. Yeah, he relays it telepathically to you.
Yeah. So I
So
will
north,
just
another. is
I
what
will
he
just
says.
kind of relay that to the party quickly, and then that's my turn.
Yeah, so you just shout north or whatever, and yeah, that's
there's
absolutely
another
fine.
one coming. Yeah.
Awesome. Contessa, you're up.
Does Goloin have any weapons or anything?
He is currently trying to settle the horses.
Right. Okay,
he's
so
struggling.
first off, I'm going to stand on the wagon with him to kind of give it more weight.
Yeah.
If that is. And I'm going to. I don't know how to do this because I've never cast magic before, but am I in range to cast Toll of the Dead?
I believe so. If you throw the spell up, it should normally say what the range is.
Did that work?
Oh no, it'll be in the attack section. Is there one there
okay.
for you? There should be.
Probably. Let me jump on your sheet. No, but I have Divine Smite.
Wait there. Let me throw this on.
Syrian Smite. Oh wait, I have Syrian
Oh, I
Smite as
didn't
well.
do it. Well, Toll the Dead is a saving throw ability. It's a wisdom save. I think it does 1d10 plus your charisma.
No, it takes 1d8.
1d12 since it's missing
1d12, that's the one, because it's missing health.
Wait, it is. Yeah, it's missing health.
Yeah, so there you go. I've just put it on there for you now. So if you click that one, then it should do the rolls for you. There you go. Awesome. Yeah.
Lovely.
So that will be a wisdom save. Let me roll that for the griffin.
A griffin, smart.
It failed. So upon failing, it takes 7 points of damage. What does this look like? How does Contessa cast this spell?
It's I'm thinking it kind of has like it's not a golden glow, but it's kind of like it's kind of like angelic, like an angelic lightning strike in a sense, I guess.
So you point to the creature, and as you do, this golden hue comes from
Can
you.
I raise up my shield like that too? Just to...
Yeah. And as it fires out like a golden sigil, like a sphere out, and as it hits into it, you hear like a gong sort of sound upon impact, and you just see the creature just shake and some feathers fall loose as it's in the air. Yeah, awesome. Is that the end of your turn as you've climbed up on the wagon trying to give it a bit more weight?
Yeah, am I able to help Goloin with the horses, or is that an action?
That would be an action, yeah.
I'm staying where I am.
Not a problem. So at that, Donros, you're up.
Okay. So did Erhard say that might be another one?
He did.
pointed that
He
out?
shouted
Okay.
a north. Another one north.
So what I want to do is I want to get up against this wall right here, right? This little, I don't know what you would call this, like a little like side of the, like a little elevation right there.
Yeah. It's like a hill cliff sort of side.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna get up against this, and I'm just gonna, take out I already have my bow out because he messed with with it earlier, and I kind of want to take a shot at the griffin with my longbow.
Yeah, go for it. A 14. As you fire the arrow, and it goes piercing through the sky. It hits into its back leg, just hitting. Yeah.
Thank God. Okay.
Yeah. Roll for your damage. No sneak attack, I'm afraid, because you don't have advantage, and there's no ally within 5 feet. But you do 8 points of piercing damage, as the arrow hits into the back of the leg of it, and it just shrieks out in pain. Next, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah. That'll be it.
Maeve.
Right. Can I talk before I attack
Yeah.
as well? Okay. First of all, put Socks down in the bush and just tell him to stay.
Yeah.
And then I shout over to Goloin to try and park the wagon in between trees, as bushed up as he can get. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I want to produce flame.
Go for it. What's the range on produce flame?
It was 60, I think. Let me check.
Not a problem. And I will roll a real quick check for socks.
Hold up. Why do I not? Am I dumb? I don't see the range on it right now. It says ammunition arrows as well, so I don't know if I'm being dumb or
I
not.
think that's just the preset for that one. Let me load it up. So if you range is oh no, that's not that. Click the spell. Click it, and it will pop up, and then hopefully it will tell us the range there. I think it does. There we go. 30 feet of you.
Oh.
So currently, oh, it is. It's exactly 30 foot. So
Okay. Okay.
Oh god, what did I do?
yeah, you clicked to see the spell description. I know what you did there. So good. Yeah. So how does this look for Maeve as she hurls this fire towards the creature?
It just like when she puts her hand up like that, just as flame just emerges and sort of floats above her hand, and she can just yeet it at him.
Yeah. So she yeets the fire towards.
Yeah.
the bird.
A little bit of like a Azula kind of Avatar kind of vibe, right?
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. And as this flame hits into one of the wings, and as it does, it reels back, but a few more flaps, and it seems to put the flames out. But a few burnt, crisp feathers fall down. Is that the end of your turn, or would you like to move? Socks is currently in the bush.
Okay, and did Goline have anything to say about the comment?
He's like, while like lifting these reins and trying to control the horses the best he can.
Okay. Yeah, that's the end of the turn then.
Okay. At that, Shion.
Protection first, darling. Can I cast Armor of Shadows?
You certainly can, yeah.
Yeah, will do.
That'll be your action to cast, but you do have the armor circle around you. What does that look like for Shion? What does it look like?
It's like, I mean, she's sort of wearing like, it's leather armor, but it's like Japanese RPG kind of leather armor, so it's basically like not much clothing at all because she's from like a hot area, so it looked like some sort of blue, because obviously blue, like some sort of blue light enveloping her, like
like a spectral over the top. It looks cool, and it's got there's like a flamey look to it as well.
That.
Awesome. Yeah, so you do this, and these flames begin to form around you into this spectral armor. Yeah, so that's your action. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Well, if I can't do anything else, no, I guess I'm pretty good where I am, I think.
Sure, yeah, not a problem.
Yeah.
At that, Arcturus, you feel this slight heat behind you from Shion as these flames encircle her and protect her. What do you do?
I will retreat to the back for a little bit, because I'm not in full armor. So I'll position myself next to Donros, to the cliff, and then I'm gonna use my my Eldritch Blast towards the Griffin.
Too hot for you, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
And as you pull up the arm cannon thing again, and this blue beam of energy flies out of it, and it hits. Roll damage. Nice, 9 damage. Very tasty. And you see at this point the creature looks to be struggling to keep aloft. And it seems to be really struggling to beat its wings to stay up. But it's just about hanging in there in the sky. At that, one of the knights will run towards the creature, and he just starts shouting up at it "Come down here, you heathen! I will fight you, man, to beast! And just like is holding this great sword, waiting for this thing. The other one tries to be a little bit more clever and stands in front of the horses, and he looks back at you all and he's like, well, I'll make sure that the beast does not attack the horses. And he just pulls out his great sword as well, ready to defend it. At that, you hear another coming from the north as a creature comes flying over. Let me just double check their speed. Okay. As this one crashes into the ground right beside Erhard, and it just looks at you, and its like head like tilts and it snaps with its beak down towards you, Erhard. So the first attack from this creature is a 9 as it slams down towards you with beak, and you jump to the side completely a little bit surprised. You knew it was coming, but just didn't know it was coming for you. And then it like pulls up one of its talons and rakes across you with its talon as well, which is an 18. Does that hit? You're muted.
Yes, it does.
Okay, as the claw rakes across your body, dealing 8 points of slashing damage as you start to bleed, and you like stagger back, and everyone now sees that blood is dripping from Erhard. Yeah. The other griffin, struggling to keep aloft, lands beside the knight. And it goes crazy for the knight. A 16 misses. And a 12 misses. As the knight parries one... Oh, wait. Actually, no. A 16 hits, sorry. Because he doesn't have his shield. So that does hit. For 12 points of damage as it rakes into... I think that was max damage. But yeah. As it rakes into the knight. And the knight Yeah, it was. Max damage. As the knight screams out. As you can see, part of the knight's shoulder and the shoulder pauldron that was there gets ripped off of him. And he's like screaming out as blood starts going everywhere. At that, Erhard, you see this beast before you. What do you do? You're up.
I don't know. Did you see the thing I whispered to you? Like, cause it's kind of important for me there.
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can cast a spell through your raven, but it has to be on your raven's reaction, and it costs you an action.
It costs me an action, which means I need to kind of initiate it now if I want him to do it or something.
Yeah. Depends what you're trying to do.
No, I was just trying to see if I can cast like the mage armor on myself through him, but at the same time also attack.
You might as well. Yeah, you better off doing that on yourself. Otherwise, it's
Yeah, sure. So I'm gonna cast mage armor on myself.
Sure. And what does mage armor look like for Erhard?
God, I'm bleeding heavily. Well, I kind of. I don't know, I lift my hands and I make it like as if I'm like covering myself with like a cloak, head to bottom, and it makes like some kind of
like shimmering energy around
energy around me.
Cool.
Kind of like a greenish glow.
Green, and there's like a few like sparkles in it, and it looks very, very, very elegant. Yeah, and as you do this, the creature looks at you, and it's got those like wide, like eagle-like eyes, where it's like just staring at you, like seeing what you're doing. Yeah, like that. Trying to see what you're doing.
Okay, I'm just gonna press on it. Because I'm actually not sure. What does it do exactly? My AC becomes 13 plus dexterity modifier. My modifier is 1?
So you get 14 AC.
Great. Or that wasn't as great as I thought it would be. Okay.
No problem.
I can't move away from the thing because it will react.
You can, but yes, it will get a reaction.
Shit. There's not really anything else I can do, right? I did my action.
Oh, you need to roll a d20 for me because you cast a spell.
Oh, you bastard.
as you just start to see and hear this like sizzling noise coming from the magic produced from Erhard, but nothing happens as it dissipates.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else I can do. I'm just gonna shout for help, and guys, I need help.
Yeah, and as you shout for help, and you your allies around you see the blood dripping from you and this spectral energy now circling you. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, I guess so.
Awesome. Now it is Olaf's turn. What would Olaf like to do?
What can he do? Can he like fly down towards that griffin that's attacking me?
Yeah.
And try and distract him somehow? Like, I don't know.
You could make him use the help action, which will give someone advantage, the next person that tries to attack him.
Sure, that sounds great.
Yep. As Olaf flies down and just starts like trying to claw at his eyes as it's like trying to beat Olaf off, and Olaf's flying around trying to distract as best it can. And yeah, that is the end of your Olaf's turn. So Contessa.
Erhard only has 3 HP, right?
Maybe? You don't know the exact numbers. Or you do, because it says, but yeah.
I was like, let me look at my sheet for a quick second here. So, bless you can. A pool you can restore.
Just so you know, Eagle, you're up next, so think about what you want to do. Awesome.
I'm going to move up here. Does that work?
Yeah, yes, you leap across the wagon because you were kind of stood on
over
it, so
Goloin too.
Yeah, you like leap over him and he's like, whoa, like as you go over the top of him, and yeah, you land beside Erhard and this creature who snaps his head towards you, now seeing a new threat.
I'm going to cast Lay on Hands and use all of it on him.
All 10 hit points.
Oh, was it 10 hit points?
Yeah, because you've leveled up, so you got 10 now.
Right. I'm gonna use 8.
8 hit points. Erhard, you heal for 8 hit points. That is your action, Contessa. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm just gonna waving my shield cost an action to kind of like try to distract it, I guess.
It's already heavily distracted from the bird. But if you also want to make yourself more intimidating, yeah, I'll say that's fine. You can do that as your bonus. Roll me an intimidation check. Let's see how distracting you are.
But not. Oh!
Okay. You seem to have definitely caught its attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
My turn.
Awesome. At that, Donros, you're up. Maeve, you're on deck afterwards, so think about what you want to do.
All right. So I saw Erhard get pretty messed up there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'm gonna quickly pull out my daggers. I'm gonna pull out my daggers real quick, and I'm gonna try to move. Is there like, this is a tree right here, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay. So, this would be a good. I can move right there then, right? I can be just.
Yeah, that'd be under the tree. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're underneath it. Yeah.
What I want to do is I wanna slash this bird with my daggers, and then also using my cunning action to try to lure it back here, like try to move out over here, right?
So what are you using your cunning action for?
To disengage, like after I make an attack.
Yeah,
to disengage back.
You can do that.
Okay.
So you want to like stab into its hind leg to try and like draw its attention, then step backwards. Yeah, go for the attack. As you pull the dagger out. Nice, and you do get sneak attack because Contessa and Erhard are within melee of it. So yeah, roll damage. 7 points of damage as you reek this blade into its hind leg and cut a chunk out of it. It definitely does rear back and look at you as you then quickly, nimbly, like backwards roll out of the way and start stepping back. It seems to be looking toward you, but at the same time, Contessa is drawing its gaze.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that'll be it. That's all I can do.
Sure. Maeve, you are up. Shion, you're on deck.
Both the bottom griffin can fly.
It looks like it can, but it was struggling, so it landed.
And the other one's just on the floor because
The other one
he's
dove
distracted.
in. Yeah, the other one fully dove into him.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to transform into a direwolf.
Nice! So explain to everyone what that looks like while I bring the token on.
So if you're familiar with this scene in Brother Bear where he transforms into a bear, that's what it looks like. But for visuals, this orange, like amber kind of aura just sort of surrounds Maeve, and shapes of other wild animals fall through this light, this aura, and she just kind of gets lifted up out of the air in this aura, and like a light goes off like a flash and comes back down as said animal creature.
Yeah, and she's big. Like, she's a big wolf. Like, massive. Like, almost the size of these horses. She's a big old wolf. And what color are you? What color wolf are you?
Oh, black.
You're a complete black wolf.
Yeah,
and
just
as you land.
scary.
You are there.
Jesus.
Yeah. And then I'm assuming. Wait. So which one's distracted? The top one, right?
The top one seems to be distracted by Contessa, and you see Don Ross trying to aid there as well. The bottom one has currently just taken a massive chunk out of one of the knight's shoulders.
Ah, okay, yeah. Where am I?
You're the wolf.
Yeah, but where? Oh, here.
You're the massive wolf.
I was still looking for my token.
No, you're this new wolf now. You should be able to move it around.
Okay, like, how do I see distance? Or does it?
If you,
because I don't know how far I move.
If you hold your token and then right-click, it will show you how far you're moving.
Oh, it's just moving the whole page. Hang on. Hold it. Yeah, it's just. I'll just go for this one. This top one.
Yeah. So whereabouts would you like to move yourself?
Why is it not? It's not letting me even click my token. I don't know what's going on.
Wait there. Let me just double check the sheet. It should be working because I set them all up for you.
It's just letting me select it.
Let's have a look. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, for now, tell me where you want to move, and I'll just move you there.
Shall I move my token there? So you like my Maeve token? So you know where I'm supposed to be?
Sure, and then I'll just put the wolf on top of it.
Yeah.
That'll do.
So I'll go over here.
So how are you getting there? Because there's a wagon here. You are a large wolf now. Yeah.
Can I not go through these people?
You would get stuck here because you can't squeeze through that tiny little gap.
Oh, okay.
You're a big wolf.
You're a big chungus wolf now. Yeah.
I'll go to this one then.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'll put you there as you walk on over. Can you still roll and stuff on the sheet for the wolf?
I thought I could. Let me see.
So I know we tried it with a bear. Let's just double check the wolf works. Awesome. Yeah, as you walk on over and you take a chunk out of the griffin in front of you, roll for damage for me.
Where do I click? Just 17?
Where it says bite. Yeah. There we go. And then the griffin has to make a strength save. Which it succeeds as you try to wrestle it to the ground, but it manages to like pull back and like bat you with one of its talons, and you can't quite bring it to the ground. But you do 9 points of damage to the creature, which is very good. As Wolfie Maeve starts attacking one of the griffins. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes. There's nothing else. There's nothing extra I can do right now as a.
You've used your bonus action to change into it, you've used your movement, and you've used your attack. So currently, no.
No, yeah, then that's the end.
I'll just double check. I don't think they get... Oh, you actually would have got advantage on that. But yeah, it doesn't matter anyway, because you hit. But yeah, you get advantage because you have an ally within 5 feet. tactics because you're a wolf.
Oh,
You get wolf stuff.
everybody's an ally. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, the knight is also an ally. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah, you rolled enough to hit anyway, so it's all
Okay.
good. Right at the end of that, Shion, you're up. Arcturus, you're on deck.
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look over at Maeve and be like, damn. And then I'm going to cast my Witch Bolt.
Go for it. Which one are you going for?
The one near Maeve, so
Yeah.
that one.
Sure. As you conjure the magic up. Woo! As you conjure the magic up, and normally it's just a single strand of this electricity, but in this moment you feel like 2 strands of electricity come flying out, and as they do, they almost turn to blue flames as they hit into the creature. Roll damage.
So level 2, right? Or
Yes.
cast-
No,
yeah.
level
1.
Level 1.
Level
Yeah.
1, okay.
Oh, lovely. As you do a big chunk, 12 points of damage to the creature, as it seems to reel back real bad, and you can see these like scorch marks where the lightning flames have hit it, and it seems to have like branded the creature slightly. And it looks rough. It looks real rough. Is that the end of your turn, or would you like to move?
No, I'm fine where I am.
Yeah, and at that, Arcturus.
Yes, my first action would be to shout to the guard next to the wagon that there is meat on the side of it and he can use it for distracting the creatures. And then my second action, well, actually my main action, will be to fire another Eldritch Blast on the griffin down below.
Go for it. Yeah, and as you fire this one, you go to fire it as the wolf seems to get in the way, and the griffin moves and the beam just flies off into the forest. As you're not used to this large wolf being on your side. It distracts you.
It's a very big wolf.
And yeah, is that the end of your turn, or would you like to move?
I'm gonna move 1 tile closer to the other one.
Go for
And
it.
that's ending my move.
And as you start walking over, seeing Erhard crying out for help still, although his wounds do seem to have mended slightly from the radiantness of Contessa, the knight, the one at the bottom, will swing towards the griffin. And as the knight does so, he hit? Let's have a look. Great sword. Oh, he hits. As he does 14 points of damage as he cuts the head of the griffin off. Clean straight off. As you hear Maeve beside you. I've killed this! Ah! As he looks and sees this giant wolf beside him, which has completely startled him at this point. And that is the end of his turn, whereas the other one will begin to run around here, readying his sword to attack this griffin if need be. Now up, the griffin, seeing its mate completely decapitated in front of it, seems to go into a rage and begins clawing towards Contessa. First with its beak as the head comes flying down to hit you. There's a 17 hit.
Don't believe so. I have my shield out, right?
As you pull the shield out and block with the beak, almost like smacking into it, punching it, as it kind of like looks dazed back at you and then rakes you with its claws for a 14, which misses. As you manage to parry once more. Yeah, the griffin looks scared at this point, but also angry. Olaf, you're up.
Yeah. So I guess I'm like, just for confirmation, I'm fully healed then again, right? To the 11 that I have. Can't hear.
You're muted.
Thank you. If it goes over your total, you don't get any additional. You only can go up to that max.
Yeah. So he healed what I had. Okay, good. So yeah, I'm kind of freaking out. So I'm just reaching into my pocket and taking out the diamond, and just channeling through it to cast chromatic orb.
Just so you know, at this range it is at disadvantage.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
Yep. As it is, you have an enemy within 5 feet of you, so you can't quite aim correctly because it's like swiping and it's distracting.
I thought that's because it's a ranged attack. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right in front of you. You could move away and do it.
Nope. Thanks, but no. I guess then I will just do the Mind Sliver again and hope it helps. So just casting the Mind Sliver.
Yeah. It's another intelligence save.
Yeah.
Which I will roll now. As the creature tries. See, it got a nat 20 and it only rolled a 16 on the second one. Kind of gives you a hint, right? of how dumb these creatures are. Yeah, and as you do that, you flick the ectoplasm silvery stuff. I don't know what to call it. It's so strange, but yes, the strand. There you go. We'll call it that. The strand of energy, and it seems to like shake its head, a little confused, but still is looking around to attack someone next. It is Olaf's turn. Olaf is in the vicinity of the creature.
Yeah, Olaf would just do what he did before, just do the aid thing.
Try to aid someone, not a problem. Yeah, as he's just trying to distract this creature. At that, Contessa.
I'm pulling out my newly acquired longsword, and I'm going to try two-handing it.
So you're gonna drop the shield?
On the ground.
You drop the shield, sure, yeah. As you swing with the two-handed sword, yeah, that hits. As you cleave into it. For 10 damage, nice. You would have had advantage then, but you didn't need it, so that was lucky enough. As you cleave into the creature, taking a chunk out of its front torso, as it looks towards you with a pure rage and hatred now. Donros, you can hear the creature screaming out in pain, as it seems to be very distracted.
Great. I'm gonna come back in now on this side. I want to switch it up a little bit. I want to sort of run up to it, and I kind of want to slash at it again. Here, can I make it a tip to jump on it, and then like jump, try to jump onto it, and stab my daggers into it.
Man.
Yeah, exactly.
Onto it, or to
slash, just to.
Okay, sure. Are you going to make 2 attacks, or are you planning on disengaging as well? Because you can obviously make your offhand dagger attack. I saw you do this, so I assume that was 2 daggers.
2 attacks. Yeah, we'll do 2 attacks.
Go for it. So your first one, a 14, does hit.
Okay, does press it again?
Roll the damage. Yeah, there you go, that's fine. For 9 points of damage, just for the first one. And then the second one comes in. Ooh, and as you try to get the second one in, it bats its wing, and your hand gets thrown back from the wing as it kind of looks back towards you.
The dagger just goes flying.
Yeah, no, he manages to hold on to it just about. But yeah, that is the end of your turn. Unless you want to move?
I'm just gonna take a step back.
You're gonna take a step back?
Yeah, it's looking at me now.
As you take a step back, it takes a bite towards you as you leave its attack range. For a 23, does that hit? As you take 7 points of damage as its beak rips into your shoulder as well, and you see a nasty gash across one of your shoulders. Yeah. Okay,
nice.
At the end of that, Maeve, you hear the shriek of Donros. Maybe a little a trunk toot comes out as well. But yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how I get to it. Can I jump the wagon? Can I Mufasa it over?
You know what? You can roll me a dexterity check, and we will see
She's
if you
gonna
collide
break the
into
wagon.
it or go over it.
She's gonna break the wagon.
Mm-hmm. Or you could just run around it.
Oh, can I make that?
Well, you can run, I
How
believe,
many?
4 feet as a wolf.
Okay, so I
Oh,
still don't...
50. You can run 50 feet as a wolf.
Yeah, but then I have to know the...
Go this way, then here.
Yeah, I'll fit under the tree, right?
Yeah, of course you would, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go over there.
Then I will put you there as you run around, leaping past Arcturus onto the hillside and running around under the tree.
I'm just like,
as
what the
you
fuck
get
is that?
right up next to the griffin. And yeah, and as you bite in, it's completely distracted as it's biting into Donros, and your teeth literally just wrap around its neck. Yeah, you do 19 points of damage. Crazy. And it has to make a strength check, otherwise it's pinned to the ground. Which it succeeds just as it throws you off of it. The creature looks very panicked at this point. Is that the end of your turn, Maeve?
Is there anything I can do at all?
You have a bonus action if you can do anything as a bonus, but I don't think you can at the moment.
I can't. I have no movement left. Is there?
You've got 5 feet if you want to move one more.
No, then yeah, I can't do anything then. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Shion, you're up.
Can I throw my chakrams at it? It says
Yes.
range self with a 60-foot cone, so that should be alright, right?
60-foot cone?
Yeah.
Does that mean it'll hit us?
Oh, that could be the case, because...
Oh no, yeah, that's my bad. That's the preset for it. Let me just double check on my list of thingies here. It's the one thing I didn't put into your thing. There they are.
I figured it's like a ranged weapon.
It's 20 to 60, so it's 20 without disadvantage and 60 with disadvantage.
So I'm probably...
So from where you are, yeah, you could throw them.
Yeah, I'll definitely throw him then.
Yeah, so you throw the first one as your action.
Okay.
18, yeah, that hits. As you cleave into the creature with the first one. What damage have you got there? Oh! 10 damage as it just cleaves straight into its throat, and you can see blood gushing out of it. And then with the second one, if you want to throw as a bonus action, you are allowed.
Yep, sure.
Yeah. As you then chuck the second one. That also hits. How do you kill the griffin?
Ooh. Can we, for the sake of story, sort of that I'm throwing them both at the same time, kind of?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like that, and with a swish of tiny blue flame sparkles, I just throw them at once, and then they completely like some sort of a boomerang. They go around everyone that's standing in front of the griffin, and then sort of slice like that.
Yeah,
and then they come back to me.
Sure, yeah, you know what? Because you killed it, yeah. You throw them both, and as they're going through the air, they light up, both on fire for just a brief second, and as they come flying around, they hit into the creature, cutting through it, whereas the head would fall onto Contessa at this point. Luckily, Maeve still has the head and the neck in its mouth and pulls back and throws the head to the floor as the chakrams then land back in both of your hands as combat ends.
Jesus. I'm just staring at Maeve in disbelief as well.
Oh my god, where did those come from?
I'm still a wolf, right? I can just chill.
Yeah, you can be a wolf, I believe, for the next hour.
Nice. Cool.
But you can't speak.
That's okay.
You can make wolf noises.
Can I? Okay. No, hang on. If I go towards Socks, can I just sort of? Because I want to know, is he gonna come with me like this? Because if he doesn't, I can't leave him.
Mm-hmm. So you go towards where you left Socks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so as this giant wolf starts pushing past a few of you to go towards where Sockslaft was, roll me a perception check. As a wolf. No, as yourself. Because you're a druid. You're a druid, so you can roll it as yourself.
Perception?
Yep. As you start looking around, you can't see Socks.
Okay. I go back to Don Ross, and I just sort of, and I
Whine?
I just whine at
Just
him.
whimpering. Oh.
Just whimper.
What I think Don Ross would know what that means. He's been around. He's been around Socks for a minute. Yeah. I'm gonna try to look for Socks now.
Sure, roll a perception check.
I have pretty good perception. Wait.
As you are looking around to see where Little Socks is, you can see that on the side of the wagon, in a pile of leaves, Socks is just munching away.
All right, I'm gonna walk up to where Socks is, and I'm just gonna pick up some leaves, and I'm gonna like try to get him on my hand, because I figure I'm gonna have to carry him now, because she's a wolf.
He comes along.
Okay, I'm just gonna hold him in my hands. I'm gonna pull him in one hand, and the other hand's gonna be on my shoulder, because I'm still kind of hurt. And I'm kind of just gonna hold on to Socks for now.
Yeah. Anyone else? Anyone else doing anything?
I would like to tell Olaf to like fly on top of the wagon and cast mending through him to like where the griffin was trying to pick it up, it tore into the wagon, right? So it
takes a minute to cast.
Yep.
Okay, sure, yeah, you can do that.
Sure. So do I have to press anything, or does it just?
No, you will just say that that's happening over the next few minutes. That's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm exactly like I would try and do that like for as long as we're just standing there. I'm just busy doing that.
Yeah, as you're trying to mend some of the damages. Contessa, Shion, Actorus, any of you doing anything?
Are you okay, or hard?
I feel fine now. Thanks for your magic.
Is
I
his
guess.
clothes just kind of ripped up and?
Yeah, there's a gash there.
And I'm going to. Can I investigate the corpse in front of me and also take some griffin feathers?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah. What are you trying to investigate?
That. I don't like. Can I see if this is the chick or the guy?
Yeah, sure. Roll a nature check.
Nature.
Yeah. With a 13, I'll say that you don't know the ins and outs and the anatomy of a griffin per se, but you believe that this is most likely the female out of the two.
Yeah, the ones that are kind of yeah. So do I just kind of like pick off some griffin feathers, or
how many do you want? Unless you want to skin the entire thing or take like the beak, you could definitely take some feathers. You could take like a handful, like of feathers if you want. That's fine.
Yeah, I want to take a handful of feathers because I imagine they'd be kind of valuable in a sense.
Yeah, they very well could be. Yeah, so make sure that's on your sheet somewhere. Just put a handful of griffin feathers. And Arcturus and Shion, what are you two up to?
I would like to address the group, and I want to warn them, because now we have griffin blood spilled everywhere, which could attract other predators. So it would be wise if we get a move on, not a long time.
Okay, fair enough. Am I still covered in the blue armor thingy? How long does that last? Okay.
That lasts 8 hours, and the same for Erhard. You have a shimmering gleam around you.
Can I turn that off?
If you want to, yeah.
Never mind then.
You can cast it at will, so it doesn't cost you a spell slot to do it. You can just do it.
I'll turn it off. I don't want to
Yeah.
be. I don't want to be sparkling all the time.
Yeah, as your visage drops, but Erhard's remains as it's like this gleam of golden and sparkly light.
And then I kind of want to go look for like Galoyan. Galoyan is his name, right? Galoyan.
Yes, you can see that he has definitely been trying to calm the horses, and every round, although I haven't said it, he is basically trying to calm them down to get them to move, but they are far too agitated and he's still struggling. Especially now that there's a giant wolf nearby as well. The horses do not seem to be coping well with this.
And I guess I'll sort of say to Maeve in Elvish, like, you pretty large wolf girl. I'm still like a bit startled. You seem to have a way with animals. Would you care to help me, like, calm our carriage driver, help him calm down the horses so we can get moving? I've
The
seen enough.
big wolf to calm down the horses.
Yeah, maybe like, you know, turn back or something.
I can't communicate, right? With
You understand the language,
Yeah.
but you cannot. Yeah, you're a wolf at this point. You can't speak.
Yeah.
You do know that if you want to, you can revert back,
Yeah.
but it does expend the use.
No, so I want to first of all just sort of move out of sight, get 20 feet behind the wagon, see if that helps. If it doesn't, I might revert back, but I want to see what happens first.
Yeah, so as you start to go towards the back of the wagon, Shield's there like, answer me, sort of thing, because she's just told you to do something. And yeah, she just sees you walk off, and as you go towards the back of the wagon, you do notice that the horses do begin to calm, as they can no longer see you.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if they, and if I really need to, but I don't want to, I can always let out like a very soft growl to sort of encourage from behind. But I'll just first quietly take a step back out of sight.
Yeah, and as that's all going on, the gentleman at the bottom who took the wound walks up to you and he's like, well, that was quite explicit. I've never seen griffins before, not in these parts. Well, that was marvelous. Did you see the way that I beheaded the creature?
And I'm just gonna say, marvelous, sir.
Yes, well, I definitely think that bloodshed will not be needed here. I will go and tell Melisandre of my deeds of beheading such a griffin, and I'm sure she'll pick me.
You want tending to your wounds?
Wounds? This will be a scar to prove my worth.
Fair
In
enough,
Loxodon, I'm kind of like cursed. I'm calling him names in Loxodon. I'm just kind of like, dude, this motherfucker is just so dumb. I don't like him.
How does your Loxodon sound? Is it just like elephant noises?
Yeah, it's just an elephant noise. Just elephant. I'm just elephant
great,
noise.
great. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, so you just start making loads of elephant noises, and he's just like, my word. And then, yeah, he just, he sheaths his sword, and he just starts walking towards Karas.
Thank you for your help. Like as I kind of shout at him as I assume he's walking away.
Yeah, he's walking away, and he puts the hand up, he's like, thank you for a great tale to tell my lady. And the other knight kind of looks at him, and he just like shakes his head, because he technically didn't even hit the griffins. And he just sheaths his sword too. He nods to you, and he begins walking towards Karas as well.
Before they come like, hey, you all got anything to bandage my shoulder, perhaps, before y'all leave?
Oh, I kind of forgot about that. I'm gonna look at Don Ross and like, oh yeah.
I'm trying to make them expend their stuff first. So I'm like I'm shushing Contessa real quick. I'm like, hey, do you have anything to bandage rooms real quick?
Just shaking my
before y'all
head.
leave.
The guy that beheaded it turns around, and he's like, oh, stop being such a wimp. And just keeps walking.
Okay. I'm like, well, you know, that would be some cookie points if you help a Loxodon person, you know what I mean? Like, I bet she's never heard of a Loxodon. You could tell her the fair tale of how you saved a Loxodon.
Oh, now
a child Loxodon from griffins.
They are just ignoring you. They're just walking along the road.
I have a. Can you just passively heal if no one heals him over the day?
You can take a short rest, which is an hour, just to calm down, sit there and regain some of your hit points, which you can spend your hit dice, or you can take a long rest, and when you sleep, you do regain all your hit points, and the wound starts to I imagine during these time you put like bandages on and try and clean it, and yeah, you would regain your hit points.
I'm going to cast the rest of my 2 hit points of lay on hands on him, on Dunrush.
Yeah, Dunrush, you get an extra 2 hit points. Better than
Can
nothing.
soothe you over.
Yeah, and you definitely feel the holy golden light that Contessa places on your wound. It does definitely start to feel warm, but like a soothing sensation as opposed to like pain. Yeah, it eases the pain.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Next time, don't jump in like that, please. I had it under control.
I just wanted to help. And I'm gonna move to the back of the little. I'll move like right there.
I think I would like to try and like mend my clothing next, if that's possible.
Yeah, over time you can definitely do that. Yeah, you know that it's coming to about just gone midday at this point, so you'll probably only be traveling for about another 4 hours, and then you could definitely, when you're camped, begin to mend your clothing, or you can spend a few extra minutes to mend it now.
I'm noticing Goloin's still struggling with the horses, right?
They seem to have calmed down, but yes, over the entire fight, he was just trying to get them to move, and they were not listening.
All right, so since the horses are calm, how about we just try to get to camp, so we can actually make some progress, and then we can work all this out later.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask
Can I...
Goloin.
Excellent idea.
Oh.
Thank you.
Can I just walk over to the carriage and ruffle my skirts a bit and sit down and now let that's over with. Let's just go. I agree with the elephant man for once.
He nods and yeah, he whips the horses and they begin moving on. Yeah, you guys
Gonna be in the front.
You go on the front again?
Can I just I assume predestination is like an instant kind of thing?
Yeah,
Like
you can cast that
instantaneous?
immediately, yeah.
So I would just like to clean my clothes from the blood.
Yeah, you can
just,
do
like,
that, yeah.
Wave my hands over to make it like kind of
I'm gonna
go away.
I remember my shield and pick it up before I leave, though. By the way.
Yes, as you pick your shield back up, and yeah, you guys begin moving on. You spend the next 3 to 4 hours traveling along the road as the sun begins setting in the distance. You begin to see a strange sight. The sky looks a little odd as you see some very strange green lights in the sky. And I will show you a handout for it. And if Tim, you could just show the chat when I've posted up. You see this across the sky. And it is amazing. I would say none of you have ever seen this before. It is a very rare occurrence, and you don't know what has caused it, but it is a sight to behold. You believe that this is one of the wonders that happened throughout Eros, and you guys are lucky enough to be beneath it this day.
I've definitely seen these RL.
Yeah, and as you begin walking along the road, it gets darker, and Galoin says, I think we should make camp along the roadside, maybe into the trees a little to, stop any unwanted attention.
What is our terrain like right now?
It's very similar to what you were just in. It's like a lot of like grassland with the ironwood to your right, but it's a little bit further away, and there's another bit of woodland to your left, but it's not very big. It's just like a sparse amount of trees and bushes.
I want to take Soxus in my hand. I want to like hold him up so he can have a good view at the sky. I'm just gonna stand there with Sox, and we're gonna enjoy the night sky that's happening.
Is Maeve still a wolf, by the way?
Yeah. After an hour of traveling, Maeve would have come back to being. Okay. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. Yeah, Maeve, you would be back and maybe wave awkwardly at everyone and
Hey guys!
Carry on walking along the road alongside Don Ross and Sox.
Perfect.
But yeah,
I think we should set up camp on the left.
Yeah, and also I think we talk about night watch over, or like should we get a few people to take turns in staying up tonight?
I can take the first 3 hours. I'll be good.
So I suggest we go in twos and just check in with Onion.
I'm just gonna.
Don't I have like night sight, something like that, as a druid?
I believe as an elf you have dark vision, which means that you can see at night. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I have like great hearing.
It's not like perfect vision. It's almost like you can see like black and white, whereas others can't see anything because it's so dark.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have that as well.
So we should maybe split. Yeah. Maybe we should split from each other. Yeah. Is it dark already? Is it like night sky dark? Or?
Yeah, it's like it's around about, I would say at this point, it was probably about 2. It's probably about 6 p.m., 7 p.m. So it's getting dark. It's getting darker. So right now, I think everyone can still see, but in the next few hours, they won't be able to.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to take a few hours sleep now or later, but I'm more than happy to stay awake when it gets really dark and stay watch. If somebody wants to join, that's absolutely fine.
I can take first watch. I suggest Don Ross doesn't take night watch and actually heal his wounds and sleep.
Well, we all have enough time to rest, right?
So just so you know, for everyone, a long rest consists of 6 hours of sleep and 2 hours of light activities, which can be taking watch.
I can take 2 hours of watch, and I'd prefer if I have someone who just give me whoever. I'll stay up for 2 hours. I'll keep watch. You guys can bed down if you guys want.
I can take.
I'll take the
rest.
final
I've
one.
been marching. So.
What? Well, with all due respect, Contessa, I think you should sleep first.
I believe that too. I've been marching all day in my full armor.
In the meantime, can I have a look in the wagon? Do we have any wood, anything to burn, anything? Have we prepared?
So the wagon is locked, but on the sides of the wagon, you do notice that there has been tents that are rolled up in like canvas material attached to the side, as well as some cooking pots, some sticks, and a load of food in there as well, which is the stuff that what's his face? Felix prepared for you previously for your journey.
I just sort of ignore the conversation about who's going to take watch first and start making a campfire and produce flame to just...
Yeah, brilliant.
Get the campfire going.
Instant fire.
Instant fire.
Yeah.
So are we doing it in pairs now or not?
I would suggest we do, just to help each other stay awake. I'll go with whoever I'm easy. I just think I could be better off going later when it gets real dark.
I'll take the first one too.
I will go with Arcturus, I guess.
Yep.
I
Take the final one because it's still going to be pretty dark then.
So yeah, so the first one and the last one is when the sun is still kind of in the sky, because the sun's just rising, so there's a little bit of light at the end, and the sun is like still going down, so there's a little bit of light at the beginning.
So maybe
but in the middle, it's definitely the darkest.
Middle
so,
darkest, yeah.
so Shion and Shion, do you want to go together for the second shift then?
There are 4 in total.
Oh, 4. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I can be a
Never mind.
partner with Socks here. Me and Socks can take a shift. I got this. I'm pretty sure he can wake people up. He's a pretty.
I don't
capable.
know if I trust just
You hear-
one person at a time.
You hear from the wagon.
Dude.
I'm still here if you need me to,
Gosh.
all right.
Anywho, just listen. He can yell. He's a person. Are we saying he isn't a person? Who do we consider a person nowadays? Right? I mean, right?
I'm staying.
Talk slash.
No. I'll stay with Don Ross and Socks then, if Don Ross wants that.
So then you take second watch, I'll take third.
Perfect.
I guess me and Arcturus can take first and last since we need 4.
We can take
Well,
first.
remember, we still have Contessa.
Contessa and
Yeah, we can
make
make
eight.
sure I need to
Roll line.
refill my
6.
spell.
6 is the long.
You can do that.
How about I sleep until the last shift and do the last shift?
Great. Yeah.
So is
Contessa
Galoin
in
going
the-
with anyone, or is it?
Yeah,
Shion
Galoin's
on
gonna
her
go with
own?
Contessa.
Shion.
Okay.
I can take a
can
loin
go
for the
with-
last shift.
So Shion's going to be on her own shift
You
on
can.
the third one.
I'll be fine.
How much do I need? How much sleep do I need to refill? Like, I'm only missing how many? How much my health am I missing?
You need 6 hours sleep and 2 hours of light activity.
I mean, it's light activity, right? So if I just
Yeah.
light activity and
But-
just sleep,
But
2
each
shifts.
segment is 2 hours long. You need 4. You're 8 hours of sleep, isn't it?
But you're telling me if I get 2 hours sleep on between the second shift, and then I get 2 hours, does not add.
So can you do 2
As long as
hours,
You need
2
6 hours sleep, Eagle. 6 hours sleep.
which means you have to sleep 2 hours now, sit shift for 2 hours, and then sleep for 4 hours, which is what
Yeah.
Maeve is doing as well. And that's a full rest.
At this point, Arcturus is just already walking towards the cart, grabbing his
Grabbing the
stuff,
tents.
grabbing a tent,
Yeah.
I'm just
because
gonna
it's
sit on the
taking a
ground.
lot of time, guys.
Is there something like cooking, like preparing a simple meal of sorts?
There's
Oh, yeah, I
cooking
should eat
pots
first.
and rations and stuff ready for it, yeah.
Sure. So I guess I would just grab a pot or a couple pots and try, like, I guess hang it by the fire. Is there like something like to hang it?
Yeah, there's all the apparatus for it, yeah.
Yeah. And just
Yeah, sure.
cook something.
Begin trying to make some sort of broth or
Yeah.
whatever food you can muster.
Quick question, just for game's sake. If me and Don Ross sleep now, can we just eat during shift, or
Yeah.
do we sort of eat now and that just doesn't really count?
Yeah, we gloss over that,
Yeah,
that section.
okay.
As long as you guys have food to eat,
Yeah.
then we'll gloss over that during your watches.
Yeah,
that's fine.
that's all. That's all.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not a problem, not a problem. But yes, sure. Then in that case, I'm just going to post this really quickly here so I can see it. Arcturus and Erhan, during the first 2 hours of watch, let me put some. Is this good music? Do you know what? I'm so annoyed that Roll20 has unfolded all of my music. It's so aggravating. But yeah, we'll use this one for now. As, yeah, Erhan and Arcturus, can the pair of you roll me perception checks for the evening, please?
Sure.
Yeah, Erhan and Arcturus, as the pair of you keenly gaze into the woods and the landscape around you, you both are just mesmerized by the picturesque sky with the awesome green lights flowing through. And they look like they're moving. Ever so slightly, you can see like a movement in the light. And you can see purples and oranges and green coming from above. And it's fascinating as the pair of you gaze there, looking around. And because of this light, you feel like it's making it slightly lighter on the ground as well. As if it's aiding you guys in your night's sleep. As, yeah, neither of you see anything untoward or that would give you come to harm. But if you guys want to talk during the couple of hours, by all means.
I guess for me, I would like to do then the mending and then like mend my clothes with it and clean it with prestidigitation if there's still just from the travels as well. And then I turn to Arcturus and I'm like, so I acquired what I need for the ritual to identify your tattoo if you want me to have another look.
And I'm just standing or sitting there, doing all kinds of stuff with my gear, just to make sure everything is calibrated correctly. And then I look up towards Erhard, a bit of annoyed, like you disturbed me in my focus. Asking him what kind of thing do you have in mind?
Well, yeah, it's a ritual of sorts. It doesn't take too long, and I just need to touch it, and I will try and understand more about it magically, like what's its properties or something, like what's all about.
We can definitely do that, but we have to make sure everything is all right here. We are responsible for the group right now, and if anything happens, it's on us.
Sure. It really just takes a minute.
Then I'll agree.
Yeah, as you begin to muster the energy and you hold the pearl in one hand, and with the feather, you draw a circle around the tattoo and just tap it with it. And as you do, the pearl glows a blue, almost like it's covered in flames. And you learn that the magic from this tattoo is in fact both evocation and abjuration magic.
Okay.
And this is a glyph of some sort, which could be referred to as a hex, placed upon him. You know that this magic is very powerful and nothing you have ever come across before. And that's what you glean.
All right. And yeah, well, I pretty much share that with him, and tell him like that. Yeah, it's really a very powerful hex, or yes, that's on you there. I would be careful about it.
I kind of shake my head, looking towards him, like, yeah, it's actually not very old. It's pretty old news, actually. Kind of already saw that coming, but thanks anyway.
Oh, my pleasure. Even just to make sure.
And then at that point, I'm just focusing myself towards my gear, not paying very much attention at Erhard, but asking him, so where do you come from and where do you go now? That's too easy. and what's your story?
Yeah, I don't know, there's not much I can tell you where I came from. I was still a child when I lost track of my parents, and yeah, I can't quite remember. And yeah, I've been living in the woods for a while. Kind of grew up there, and yeah, I'm just traveling around and trying to bring good things to people. So how did you come to be here? Like you keep mentioning from where you from. It sounds like you're not quite from around here.
No, that's correct. I'm not from this plane. I come from a plane called Ravnica, and it's a bit hard to explain. But Ravnica is in a different part of the multiverse. Ravnica is a big city, a city plane, and I work there as a magical engineer for the Izard League, doing all kinds of different magical experiments. And one day I created a portal just to find a solution on a problem I had, and the next thing I know, I was in a different world, not knowing where I was. That brought me to this world, to this land.
Wow. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. And at this point, I start rambling about all kind of technical issues and stuff and equipment around my my laboratory, which is a laboratory of quantuism, which emphasizes the study of temporal manipulation. And I talk all kind of weird stuff nobody actually understands.
And yeah, I just have have Olaf come fly on my shoulder and just kind of pet him and just interact with him while I'm let's say partly listening. Yeah, trying to seem interested but also not really understanding most of it, I assume.
Yeah, totally. And as the pair of you begin talking and listening to each other's stories, the night goes on and 2 hours pass. Who do you wake up next?
Well, we tell Don Ross and Maeve, I believe.
Yeah, so I stand up
Yeah.
and I gently walk towards Maeve, just resting my hand on her shoulder, trying to wake her up.
And I just sort of shoot up and I'm like, "Hi, Arcturus."
Seeing a big blue man.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to wake you up, Maeve, but it's your turn for the watch.
Okay. Did everything go okay? Any problems?
Nah, everything was okay. Nothing special has been seen, so everything is clear.
Okay, good. Good. Get some rest.
Thank you very much. I will.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know if Don Ross and Maeve were sleeping next to each other or something. I don't know. But well, they kind of stuck together. Anyway, I just touch his shoulder and with prestidigitation, I just make him have a harmless sensory effect, of a warm glow of sorts, and just try and shake him a bit and be like, "Hey, it's your turn to take watch."
I'm gonna kind of, leap up real quick, as in sit up, and I kind of see her hard there, and I already know what's about to happen, so I just kind of nod and get up, get ready to work.
Can we kind of check if Socks is still there?
Sure, roll me a perception check as you're looking around near Maeve and
Can I do that too?
and Don Ross. Yeah, sure. I'll say with disadvantage for Don Ross as he's just woke up.
I have a game question. Does Olaf sleep too?
You don't know. Yes, Ahad, you look around. You can't see Socks anywhere. But Don Ross, you can see a small pile of leaves just slowly lift up and go back down. Slowly
I walk over there,
go back down.
gruntingly. I walk over there and I kind of just pick up the whole pile of leaves, just to let them have leaves still, and I kind of just start doing my little walk.
Oh.
He's dead.
Oh, are you good?
I'm here.
He's good.
Yeah.
My
He's back.
computer is starting to freak out. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's because he was so sleepy from.
Yeah, very sleepy.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I
And
just walk around with socks in my hands.
The pair of you sit down, and Socks is fast asleep, by the way. fast asleep underneath the pile of leaves. But yeah, you two sit down for your watch, and if you'd both like to roll me a perception check, be fantastic. Cool. And yeah, the pair of you, Don Ross, you feel like it's much lighter than it normally is, as the green and purples and oranges in the sky seem to be lighting up the night sky much brighter than it normally is, and it actually doesn't give you a harder time at night to see because of this glowing light. But yeah, the pair of you sit there with little socks, fast asleep under a pile of leaves, and yeah, if you guys want to talk.
So, crazy day, huh?
I guess you can say that. I kind of took a little beating there from. But besides that, you changed whole animal. It changed. Oh, my bad. Yeah, what is going on? You changed into a whole animal, like a wolf.
Yeah, that's a thing I can do now. I'm very excited to use my my new ability.
New ability?
Yeah, I woke up and I felt this strange new sensation. I've slowly, since I was a child, I've slowly sort of grown into learning new things in nature. And then I woke up this morning and I just felt different, and just something inside of me clicked when we were fighting the griffins. And next thing I know, I'm a wolf. So, yeah, crazy.
Right. That's pretty crazy. I've never heard of that happening before. That'd be pretty. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, I've never seen someone do that. So it's kind of, you know, I would have said something, but you can see I was in the middle of, you know, trying to fight. So didn't really get a chance to.
How are you feeling? How's your shoulder?
You know, it'll get there. It's, you know, just a little hit, none too much. I mean, we're fighting, right? I mean, that's what's fighting about, right? I mean, you know, being, you know, I've already experienced a little bit of what, you know, fighting is like from back where I came from. So, I mean, fighting in general to me is just, it's something I kind of know. I mean, I was trained for like 5 years of combat. So, I mean.
Really? Why did you train?
Yeah. Oh, right. Well, let's just say there was things happening, and for my tribe, my people, you know, they wanted to get a handle on the situation before it got too bad. So me and my best friend Brasta, we trained pretty good for a few years, and then yeah.
And did you ever have to use what you learned, or was it just training?
I would say yes. I mean, it depends on how you look at it, right? I mean, yeah, I did use my training a little bit, but not you know, to any extreme cases like, you know, some others have, like, you know, like Contessa maybe, but I wouldn't say I did too much of the whole fighting thing. Okay. Actual fighting.
So what made you decide to go on this journey here? Because, like, you're not after this firestone thing that they're all looking for, and like, why are you tagging along?
Tagging along with these people.
This group.
Well, Maeve, I would say this. It's not because of them. I can care less if they get this orb, or I can care less if they succeed in this, whatever. I came here to get myself a new life, to get something new, you know, and leave what happened in the past behind. And you're the first friend I made here. You're the first person who actually, you know, well, I wouldn't say the first, but you know, the first person once I got here to Karas to actually look at me as a friend, I guess, in a way. So to me, I mean, I have nowhere else to go. So if you're tagging along with these people and you think that whatever they're doing is very great, or they have a good cause, then I'm gonna go with you, and we're gonna tackle this we're gonna tackle this together.
Oh, that's really sweet. I felt really similar when I first met you. I'm not gonna lie, I was very startled when you sat down at my table that morning. But you were so nice to me, and I just felt like this comfort. And I'm very glad you feel that way, Don Ross. And you're also so good with socks, and it makes me really happy.
Well, you care about him a lot, and he's a nice little mushroom man, and I think that he's too young. I mean, he just looks young. I mean, look at him. He's a little small dude.
Wait, did I not tell you? The lady in Karas told me he's only about 1 to 2 weeks old. He's gonna grow to be 7 foot eventually. I don't know how quick he grows, but he's meant to grow to 7 foot and like 250 years old. So
wow,
we have a mushroom baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that makes me want to protect him more.
He's precious.
Just know, Maeve, if it comes down to it, I'll be willing to jump in front of a huge fireball that meant to protect this little child from any sort of harm.
Yeah, same. I'll shake your hand on that.
Okay, shake hands.
And as the pair of you shake hands and the awesome colored lit night takes over, your 2 hours pass, and you know that your watch is done and it's time for more rest.
I guess we'll just wake up Shion.
Yeah, I'll. Do you want to do it or?
Here, you take Socks back, because I'm afraid I'm gonna roll over and crush him. I'm too big. I trust you with him a little bit more. And I will do the kind gesture of gonna go wake her up myself. I will walk over there and wake her up.
Great idea. I'll take Socks.
Thank you. Yeah.
Good luck.
I'm gonna walk over to where Shion is, and I'm gonna very, very calmly with my big hand, I'm gonna just kind of tap her very nicely, just try to wake her up.
And I wake up and I'm like, sort of, thank you for that. Like, gracious, in a gracious way. Thank you for that.
And before I leave, I'm gonna look at Shion, and I feel kind of nice after having that conversation with Maeve, and I'm just gonna be gonna look at Shion. I'm just gonna be like, thank you for fighting, or you seem you're pretty strong. Sorry for earlier. I'm just gonna walk away. Not gonna listen. Wait for a response. I'm just gonna walk away.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go sit near sort of the embers of the fire, and I'll just sit down and sort of. I guess I feel a little homesick. I guess I'm like, why am I here living in these barely civilized conditions, and with a group of people that are so different from her own social group, the people that she usually hangs out with. And yeah, I guess she thinks about her father and her family, and then she sort of looks at a tattoo and like, why the hell did I get here? And then she sort of her gaze sort of goes through the bangles on her hand, and then one in particular she sort of grabs, and then she looks at the sleeping May for a bit, and then just like, nah, never mind. And then she'll just stare into the embers, being homesick and reminiscing about everything.
Yeah, and as you're having this little moment to yourself, roll me a perception check, please. As you're trying to be focused, but like you said, getting the homesick, you begin to feel cold as you realize that this is probably the first time that you've camped, maybe ever, outside of a bed.
Oh yes.
And the coldness of the open air around you and the night, you get a little bit closer to the fire, and you swear during your watch, every now and then, the embers turn blue, but for a second. And you blink and look back, and they seem to remain as they are. Normal. But yeah, far too distracted with your thoughts.
Yeah.
A couple of hours pass, and you are seemingly unaware of anything happening around you. But you realize that your time for rest has come once more. What do you do?
Who do I have to wake up? Contessa and Goloin.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
So I guess I'll go to Contessa first because of a rank thingy. And I've recognized that, yeah, Contessa, she's kind of like me in a way, kind of maybe somewhere very far away. And just go like tap her on the shoulder and like, it's your turn, darling.
I just shake awake because I'm not used to sleeping outside. I'm used to sleeping in my cozy noble place.
I feel you.
So I'm just like, is it time already?
I know how you feel, darling, but yes, unfortunately it is time.
Is Goloin awake?
I'll go wake him up.
Thank you. As I kind of like groggily get up.
And I'll just go to Goloin and do the same thing.
Yeah,
It's your
he's
turn,
like,
darling.
all right. And he like clambers out of his little bedroll, and yeah, he walks back over to the fire and takes a sit and looks towards you, Contessa. As I assume you come and sit by the fire as well.
Yes.
Yeah, roll me a perception check, please. He will give you advantage, so he will allow you to make a roll and take whichever one of the two is better.
Oops, I almost rolled persuasion, not perception.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Could you imagine? So you get a 16 instead of a 4 because of Galoin. So that's all good. Yeah, and as you're sat there and you're just scanning the horizon, yeah, you can see pretty well, in fact, because of these lights and the sun slowly creeping up. And you can see now in the sky, there's quite a lot of clouds drifting in. And as you're both sat there, he looks at you and he says, when I pull up my notes real quick, that one. He looks at you and he's like, well, quite strange, isn't it? The lights in the sky.
They are. I think I've heard about them before, but I've never seen them back at my hometown.
Oh, well, what have you heard? I've heard stories myself of elves that have passed by and told me of what they think could be up there.
I'm not sure myself. I heard from some travelers that they were not from around there. I think they traveled far up north. But they said that's their past ancestors up there. I'm not sure if that's entirely true though.
Well, I've heard that some say it's the gods. It's the gods getting too close to the cradle. You know, the barrier around the world that keeps the divine from entering. It's when the gods try to peer at us and see what is happening on the planet.
Do you think the gods are in our favor right now?
We got attacked by griffins, so probably not.
Probably not, no. How do you know Felix, by the way?
Oh, I've done some work for him in the past. Usually just shipments from the docks to his stores. He's, well, let's just say, I wish to keep in his good books, because I think he's going places.
Yes, he seemed quite, he seemed quite like he was in his own place there. He didn't seem out of place, basically. He knows where he's going.
He's taken to his father's business rather well, in fact, and, well, he's... Between us, he's to become one of the merchant princes of Karas, just like his father was.
So you're saying I should get close with him?
Well, I don't know what his type is, but maybe.
I can. You know what? I'll keep that a secret. I'm gonna. Can I? Hey, I have a little bit of business with you, sir.
Me?
I have playing cards.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was going to ask you if you wanted to wager 5 gold on a game. We have 2 hours after all.
5 gold's an awful lot of money.
How about 2 gold? It's just the 2 of us.
How about 1 gold? And I tell you something else I might know about those lights.
Fair enough.
And he pulls a gold piece out. And, well, firstly, he pulls out a load of coins. And out of all of the coins, he pulls the 1 gold piece he has out. And he places it down. And, sure. You know what? Let's make it super simple. Roll me a d20.
Ooh, okay.
We'll just do the highest the highest number wins. How about that? Okay. Oh! He slides the gold to you, and he's like, "Well, great. So, I've heard some people believe that up there to be the aftermath of the Dark Age, the time where devil spawn and demons seeped into the world. Have you heard the stories?"
No, my hometown and family were more focused on the present more than the past, unfortunately.
Well, 700 years ago, there was a blight upon this world where a scar from the Battle of the Divine was left here, and it opened up to the 9 hells where the demons and devils live. And some say, and he points towards the lights, that light is a reminder of when the Illuminated fought back the darkness. You remind me of them.
I do.
They were holy warriors that fought back the blight, that sacrificed their lives to save all of Eros.
That could be true. I do believe all human life, whether that be any race, any lineage, to be fair and equal, so you could be right.
You've got a gift. I can see that.
You know what, Dylan?
Oh, yeah.
I like you. I'm gonna kind of like I'll give him 2 gold back. Maybe you can give Felix a good word about me.
He smiles, and then he takes 1 gold and he says, "Let's play 1 more round." And he puts 1 gold in his pocket and bets the other gold with you. And yeah, roll another d20.
Okay.
Oh, he rolls the same again, and yeah, you beat him. He's like, "Well, it was fun." And yeah, he slides the gold to your side, stands up, and yeah, you can now all start to awake with birds chirping, and yeah, it's morning as the sun begins to shine down towards you. However, the lights that were once there have gone, and now it's just a cloudy day with the sun shining through them.
Well, good morning.
Everyone's up.
Good morning, everybody.
How'd everyone sleep out here?
Let's hold on.
Morning.
I slept like a log.
Voice went down a bit there. Wow. Puberty hit you hard, huh? Well, should we get moving before, get an early start, or?
I agree with that. I'm just gonna grab during that whole thing, I was kind of out of my gear for once in my noble attire. For once, I'm just gonna gear back up.
Yeah,
The closer we are to a feather bed, the better.
Quick strategy, perhaps. Do you guys want me to be running up ahead? Maybe stealth look? See if we can see anything up ahead? Maybe this time we can actually get get an idea of what we're about to walk up into?
If you can talk to them kindly, then I can agree with that. You almost started a fight with them, buddy.
Well, I won't talk to them this time. I won't need to. But, you know.
And while those guys are discussing, I walk towards the guard to grab some rations and to have some breakfast.
Yeah, and you begin cooking up a little feast for everyone. Probably some form of bread and like a soup or something. And yeah, you begin making this meal as you all eat in the morning and get ready for your day. And Galoin, there's a little handout, and that's what he looks like, little Galoin, as he starts readying the horses for the day's travel. He is a halfling, yeah. And yeah.
Okay.
Is Socks visible? Just checking.
Socks is still sleeping.
Okay.
In the pile of leaves that
Just leave
Ross moved around. Yeah.
Good. That's fine.
Yeah, and you guys begin moving out.
Let's go.
And as you guys start trekking on, a few hours pass. I would say a good 5 hours into your day's travel. As you're going along the Amber Road, you know that by just after midday today, you should be arriving at Woodstock, the next town. But we are going to take a real quick couple of minutes break just so I can pop to the loo, grab a drink. It ran over a little bit because I just wanted to get that night scene done. And then we'll be back for probably the last 45-ish minutes. But yeah, cool. We'll be back. We'll be back in like 2 minutes, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. Yeah, back in 5. Back in 5. Goodbye. had a drink, we've been to the loo, we've done all the things we need to do. And now we are ready to play some more Dungeons and Dragons. So we are going to play some more now as the party continue along the Amber Road towards Woodstock, their next destination. And apparently Donphan has replaced Eagle, which I think Donphan looks much more attractive. I don't know about you guys, but yeah. Anyway,
That's Shandy too.
Yeah. Anyway, we are going to carry on as the gang. A few hours, I think I said 5 hours into their travel, just a few more hours away from Woodstock, realize that there is a man on the roadside, sat on the floor, with a wooden bowl beside him. And as you guys begin to approach, is there anything any of you would like to do?
Well,
I want to sneak up. I want to go stealth.
I would like to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Sure, roll a d20, please.
Oh dear, that's the thing, yes.
What is the terrain nearby? Are there any hills?
Yes, there's a slight hill to the side.
Can I cast? Can I use perception on the hills?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, roll me a perception check. Don Ross, roll me a stealth check. Anyone else want to do anything? There's just a gentleman sat on the floor. He looks to be in like ragged clothing, and he's just sat on the roadside with a bowl next to him. He looks quite old.
Well, I guess I just as like a little scouting ahead, I would just send Olaf to kind of fly relatively close to him, like
roll for Olaf then, please.
8 feet or whatever.
Yeah. That's absolutely fine. Roll for Olaf. Perception check.
Raven. Perception. Just
some great rolls here, guys.
That.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to get into that in just a second. So Contessa.
So that's with the +3 already.
Yes, that's already added. Yeah. So the bird flies on over and just like a slight loop just around to see what's going on. Contessa, you're looking around, and you just see Socks, and you don't know what he's doing, but he's like holding a nut up and like just shaking it like mad, and you're just enthralled by Socks and this nut. You don't know why he's shaking this nut around, but he is, and you're just like, what is going on here? Like, what?
So cool.
Arcturus, you watch Contessa enthralled by Socks shaking a nut, and you're like, what is going on here? And just the three of you are just all there, just like looking at one another as you're going along. Maeve, you're looking over towards the old gentleman, and you do notice that there seem to be a few coins in the bowl next to him, and he seems to have what looks to be like a tankard with some sort of thick substance in, which he seems to be drinking, but he just seems to be just chilling along the roadside, just sat there minding his own business. We'll come back to you in just a second as Olaf, you see the same thing, but you see nothing about. There doesn't seem to be anything else about, apart from just into the woods a little bit. You see what looks to be like a little wooden hut, and a little bit of smoke coming from the top of it. And there seems to be a slight dirt path leading to where this man is sat from the hut. Maeve, you can't quite see the hut yet, but you can see the smoke coming up the top of the tree, like something's nearby. But what catches your glance the most is his eyes. There's a grey sheen to the eyes, and you're not quite sure what it is yet, but there's something odd about this man.
Why?
At this, you see Don Ross go stomping off into a nearby bush.
Guys,
Yeah.
I see Socks is having a great time, but I've just seen this man ahead. Has a big wooden bowl next to him, some of that coinage that you guys use a lot, some of that's in there, and he looks a bit weird. Like his eyes are a bit, like they're grey? I don't know, but just so you know, just a heads up.
I will just tell Olaf telepathically to fly over to the hut and just kind of try and look through a window, check inside.
Yeah, sure. As Olaf flies on over towards the hut. Roll me another perception check, please, for Olaf.
Oh, dear God.
And as you're trying to look through the windows, there seems to be some sort of curtains across it. But you can tell that this isn't a... It isn't a curtain per se. You actually think it might be like a burlap sack hung up at the window. And you can tell from this hut, this man isn't very wealthy. He's clearly very poor, and is living a few hours away from Woodstock for some reason, in a hut in the woods. Well, in some forest.
Can he just push past the burlap and then go inside?
Yeah, you certainly can. Yeah, there's no glass in the windows at all. Yeah, and as he pushes through, you can see a very squalid sort of hut. There seems to be what looks to be like maybe a broken bed frame which has been repaired. And on the bed frame seems to be like blankets and sheets with like rips in and like something fashioned for a bed of sorts. There seems to be a few pots and pans hung up, but it's very basic. There's not a lot in here.
And there's no one else around, I assume.
You don't see anyone. You can just see some small embers of a fire nearby, near what looks to be like a makeshift chimney.
Okay. Then I guess I will just have him come outside again, and can he, like, I don't know, circle the hut just to have a look if there's anything around the hut. But,
are you doing all this through his eyes?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, so he relays this information to you in a very basic form. But yeah, as you guys start arriving.
I'm still enthralled by the nut.
Socks has put the nut down, and after Maeve saying what she said, you guys are now focused a little bit better.
I just want to turn to Gorloin and ask him, how often have you travelled up and down this road?
Well, a few times. Not too many, but maybe a handful, 4 or 5.
And this man's always here?
Yeah, actually. He usually asks for coin.
Okay. And anything else about him?
Always alone. Seems pleasant enough. Starts telling me something about stories. I'm not quite sure. I don't really listen. I don't stick around long enough.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, no, I think we could just carry on, guys. I think we're fine.
What was it? Sorry, Contessa?
Could I hear her talking, or am I?
Yeah, I don't think she's being like overtly quiet. Yeah.
Great.
Am I just in a bush, or am I actually up there?
You're trying. You're slowly like creeping towards this gentleman like this. Yeah, you can see, everyone can see Donros just in this like small tree line of bushes and stuff, just creeping like this. And you can all hear him. He's like making so much noise.
I know I'm making noise at this point. Like, do I pick up the
roll me a
making
perception
noise?
check.
Okay.
Let's see if you are aware of how noisy you're being. Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm just
You
kind of get up.
You're making more noise than the wagon is.
Oh. I'm just gonna get up. I'm just gonna walk out to the man because I already know I'm caught.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna be like, hello, how you doing, sir? How you doing today?
And just let me pull this up.
Did you do? Did I walk up to the man too when I said it?
Yeah, You're walking up as you're watching Don Ross just making a bit of a fool of himself. But yeah, the pair of you rock up as all of you at the wagon are just passing by him. Yeah, he's like, "Oh, what? Hello."
Oh.
Hello. I'm gonna wave my hand, and I see if his eyes follow my hand.
They do not.
He's blind. Hello, sir. What are you doing out here?
Oh well, I live here and I ask for coins so I can go to the town and buy supplies to make the last years of my life better.
I take out 40 coins and I just dump 40 gold into his. And immediately, just take out 40 and I dump
40 gold.
40 gold and I dump them all into his thing.
Oh,
I'm
that
just
was,
looking at amazement at how much coin there is now.
that was a lot of
I
coin.
tell him, and I say, you need this more than me, and you live out the rest of your days or wherever you want to do happy.
Hold up, Donuts, wait. Would you like to accompany us to the town with
I
your
was gonna.
newfound riches?
Well, I wasn't planning on going today. I guess I could. Please let me give you something back. Normally people ignore me and don't realize that I'm nearby, and well, I hear things that people think I'm not listening to. With the amount of coin you gave me, let me give you more information back. Firstly, gnolls have been seen near Ashendale. Some say, yes, gnolls. They're like hyena-like creatures on 2 legs.
I know what you're talking about, sir.
Oh,
Do we all
you
hear
do?
this?
Yeah, everyone's there. Everyone's there at this point. He's like, they are raiding the outskirts of the town, stealing cattle and burning the farmland. Some say that they live in the hills to the west. I've heard that Ashendale's looking for adventurers to clear out their hovel.
Good to know. They attacked one of my not my caravan, but another caravan we happened upon. They're not friendly at all.
Terrible creatures. Usually hunt in packs, but they seem to be targeting Ashendale's farmland quite regularly, from what I hear.
They must live nearby.
I think their tactics have changed, at least. Also,
Thank you.
Oh, I have more. You gave me so much coin. Let me please tell you more. The ironwood is said to be tainted by a sickness deep within the forest. All those that wander deep within have been lost to its brambles, never to be seen again. Now the guards allow no one to enter.
I've heard of this corruption before. I've passed by. Do you know exactly what that might be?
I
Anyone?
have not seen it. Huh.
Uh-huh. I'm just gonna like nervously chuckle.
Yeah,
That's the town up ahead, right? Ashendale?
Woodstock is the next stop. Ashendale's the one 2 days from there.
And the Ironwoods are where from here?
Behind Woodstock, it's the large, and he gestures in front of him, but doesn't like point to anything specific. And yeah, you can see like a little bit off in the distance, just the amber and rusted colored trees with the silvery white barks.
Is this like Ironwood thing, is that like in the way to Ashendale? We're gonna have to pass through there, or
It follows the roadside along it. But
Okay.
Woodstock is a lumber mill town, and they use the bark there to make stronger arrows and bows.
Oh,
The wood is
Really
very
now?
strong. Shields as well, yes.
oh, I like that. Thank you for that information. I'm gonna take out 3 copper and 2 gold, and I'm just gonna put
No,
that up in
no,
this. You take it. You need it more than me.
Well, thank you so much. I don't even know how much is here, but it must be a lot. It sounded like a lot of coins.
You got 42 gold,
He's
sir.
just juking him. He's just juking him.
42 gold?
Yeah. You what you need to do. You need it more than me.
Well, please let me tell you more. I
Hey,
have
if you
so
got
much
great
more.
information, listen. How about you tell us on the road trip to Woodstock? We'll let you get
Yeah,
on our
come with
carriage.
us.
We'll take you with. We'll take you there. Safety. We're a pack of. We're a group of. I would say fighters. We're pretty good at taking care of ourselves, and we can offer you safe passage. We can get you there safely.
Yeah,
That's the
we'll
least
make
we
sure
can
no
do.
one takes your gold that he
Yeah,
gave you.
exactly.
Well, that would be very generous.
I'm
Would
gonna.
you please give an old man a hand?
Yes, of course. I'm gonna help him get him to our thing, our little horse carriage
Do you
thing.
need to go to the hut first?
And yeah, do you need anything from your hut? Yeah, that's a good question.
Not really.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
Is there enough room on the carriage for him to sit? Like, is there enough?
Shion gets off.
Shion is currently sat next to the wagon rider, and that is the only other available seat.
I'm gonna look
I'm
at
looking
Shion
at
like, can you please let this poor man sit there, please?
You carry me.
What?
I believe she said you should carry her.
Fine. Just let the poor man sit there, please.
And I just bob my head like.
I'm gonna. If she
Now
gets off, I'm
climb
gonna
up.
pick the old man up and I'm gonna sit him down there very calmly, because I'm a big guy, I can do it. And then after that, I'm gonna reluctantly let Shion be carried.
This is
By
the
me.
nicest thing anyone has ever done. And you can see that tears are like rolling down his face at this point.
Oh, I'm gonna.
And he just he says, "Well, I do not know much more, but I know a little. There's a group of men wandering the path that you follow, traveling from Karas, talking of the spoils and treasures that they have acquired.
Oh,
They
did you
said-
catch any names?
I did not, but they spoke of heading to Arkenvale.
Did they speak of an
Interesting.
orb?
They spoke of something of fire. I wasn't quite sure what it was, but it seemed very interesting to the pair of
How long
them.
ago?
Oh, maybe a day or so.
Well, we get to
That's
move
not
on
bad.
now. We can catch up to them. So I say we get going, right?
Well, lastly, I have one last piece of information that I can share.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a lake called the Lake of Old, once dormant, but now has a new occupant. Apparently a creature so large it's scared the famous Illuminous fish away. The fishermen of Brackendale are looking for a way to rid of the creature. Apparently it's a large serpent that could
so
be
it's in the lake.
30 foot long. It may be longer, that's all they've seen of it, and it is killing the fishermen and destroying the boats that pass through.
Where is this lake?
It's north of where we are, roughly. It's a large lake, you can't miss it.
And we have to
Well-
pass by there, or
No, it's much further north.
Okay.
If you follow the rivers to Ashendale, and then around the mountain, you'll arrive at Brackendale, but you do not need to go there if you are going to Arkenvale.
good
But
to know for future
at this
travels.
point, I would like to step in with one of the rations we have
Mhm.
and walking towards the old man. Thank you for your wisdom, old man. Here, have something to eat for along the way.
Oh, and yeah, he just seems to like break down a little bit, and he just cries, and eventually he opens the food up, and it's like breads and like dried meat, and he just starts eating it. And you can see that this guy is very thin. He doesn't seem like he's eaten a lot recently, or in the past few years maybe. And yeah, he's just eating the food, and kind of like silently sobbing as the wagon goes on.
I'm gonna walk next
And
to where, like, on the side of where he's sitting. I'm gonna walk next to it while I'm carrying Shion.
How are you carrying Shion?
So I have her on this shoulder, on the side away from the wagon, and I just kind of have her sitting on my shoulder. I'm making sure she ain't gonna fall or anything, and I'm just kind of like, with every step I take, I'm like cursing in Loxodon, just kind of sending out quiet curses because I'm kind of I'm annoyed with it. I'm annoyed that I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I have a
Have
very
I?
smug smile, by the way.
I believe I came from Brackendale before. Did I hear anything about this serpent and stuff?
You had heard of something in the water, but you weren't aware of the serpent. No.
Okay. And then another question: do I know anything about Nolds?
Do you think you would? Do you think your character might have come across them?
he might have heard of them.
Sure. Roll me a we'll go with history check.
Sure.
Nope.
I guess not.
Yeah, as you're trying to recall, you're like, he said they were like hyenas, but I'm sure they were lions. And in your head, you were convinced that they have like a big lion-esque mane and they're like lion people. But yeah. As you guys
I
carry
keep
on.
it to myself.
Yeah, that's not a problem. As you guys carry on down the Amber Road, a few more hours pass, and eventually you arrive at Woodstock. And I will take you over to Le Map. What's the time as well? Okay, we've got a little bit left. Little bit of time. As you guys arrive at Woodstock, a very small little village-esque place with thatched roofs and wooden buildings. And you can see straight away upon arriving, there are a lot of guards here. For such a small little village, you would maybe go as far to say for every 2 villagers, there's 1 guard that you see. And there seems to be a lot, an awful lot.
I'm just gonna tell everyone that this is kind of normal here. What the old man said, I passed through here maybe a couple days ago, maybe a week ago, and they're trying to fight off something in those woods there. So this is kind of normal. Don't worry about it.
For someone who's been here for a bit, you seem to fail to have told us that you've known about this place and could have maybe given us a little bit of info. So what exactly, why didn't you speak of this sooner to us? And why are we just now hearing that you've been through here?
Didn't really want to speak too much of my travels until now.
You don't have to tell us why you're traveling. Maybe you could tell us, hey, there's danger around this city that we're about to cross through. You know, that could have been a little helpful to our group, right? I mean, did I not tell you everything?
Don Ross, you could have just asked if anybody was coming along here. You didn't.
Hey, lighten up. I know of a good place that, well, I assume it's a good place. She was opening up before when I was on my travels here. She might be open now. As I kind of gesture to where Ruby's place was.
Yeah, and as you guys... Oh, go on.
Can I, as we walked here, can I, did I have a chance to talk to your old man and ask him how many men were in that group that was traveling to Karas, from Karas, with the orb?
Yeah, he would have said that he's unsure as the exact amount as they were just passing by, but they were talking quite loudly. He only managed to ascertain 2 voices, but there could have been more. He's not exactly sure the number, but he heard 2 people specifically speak.
Did it sound like a lot more were walking with them, or?
He's unsure. There could have been more than 2. He doesn't think it was a big group.
Mm-hmm.
It was quite a small group, maybe like 4 at max if they were, because it wasn't a lot of footfalls. But yeah, and they didn't pay any attention to him, and they walked straight past.
Sure. Were they in a hurry?
He would have said they were going at a leisurely pace.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Thanks.
If you guys don't need to ask the old man any more questions, I'll let you guys do what you guys need to do. I'm gonna take him.
This was from earlier.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna take him where he needs to go. So Shion, you can take your little seat back, and I'll make sure the old man gets where he needs to go, and I'll meet up with you guys in a little bit.
Thank you. And yeah, he basically wants to go to the market to buy some food, buy some proper bedding, and some stuff for him to like sleep more comfortably.
I'll start looking for the market, I guess.
Yeah, and you see it in front of you. There is a very small market. You think that there's probably about 6 or 7 stalls in the center of this place, but you do also notice, which is the one that Contessa points out, is this very large, long, canvas-like material marquee sort of tent, and in front of it is a big wooden like plaque that reads Ruby Robinson's Trade Goods, and it's painted in like a red paint, and you can see that it's currently open, and you can see a few people going inside. But what you do notice, and I think all of you do, maybe apart from Don Ross at this point as he's escorting this man, a little distracted, but the rest of you notice that there's not a lot of people here. Bearing in mind it's like midday, it's like the middle of the day, like maybe 1 p.m. This would probably be prime time for people to be shopping and stuff, but you probably spot total 15 civilians and about 7 or 8 guardsmen all around this central place.
Should we go and ask what's going on here?
Can I ask Contessa also, was this the same when you were passing through?
I will say I didn't really notice the civilians when I was here because I was trying to get through as quick as possible, but kind of getting my way out. I felt like I seen more at the time. Who knows?
So I guess we go to the Ruby's Trade Goods and try and find out what's going on around
I
here.
do want to see what she has in store now.
Instead of going for the trade goods, I would like to go for the militia outpost
Yeah?
to see if I can can find the captain of the guard.
Yeah, so you did see next to the big canvas tent a militia outpost of sorts. There's quite a lot of guards hanging around there, and they seem to be just wandering about, looking around. You also noticed, as points of interest, quite a large, longer building with 2 like steepled roofs, with a sign outside that says "The Lumberjacks Rest," and it is a wooden log that has been carved like this, and then there's an axe resting in the top of the wooden log with the nameplate on. And you also notice a very large, big building, which currently there is a man cleaning the windows of. And you can see this one says Clinton's Curiosities on a sign outside of it, and it looks like a little halfling man climbing out of a well is also painted onto the sign.
Oh, I thought you
but
meant
yeah.
this.
Wait, you okay?
I thought you meant there was a guy climbing out of a well. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, it's the sign. It's the sign on the shop. But yeah, but apart from that, there is the village is very sparse of people. There's not a lot of people here. But Arcturus, you're heading towards the militia outpost, while the rest of you head towards the trade goods.
Should we split up and meet at the tavern later, or what do you guys think?
It's not that big.
That sounds good. That tavern's pretty nice for when I stayed there. Well,
You guys can help or do whatever you guys need to do. I'll meet you guys at the tavern. I'm just gonna help this old man get what he needs, and then I'll try to see if I can get him a ride back to his place, or maybe find a way to get him there back to home safely, or do whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a look at Clinton's Curiosities.
Yes, I'm gonna
Okay.
tag along
Join her,
to
honestly.
Clinton.
So Erhard, Maeve, and Shion are going to Clinton's?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Who has socks? Maeve?
I
Do
would
you have
assume
socks
so,
with you?
yeah.
I would assume he's with me.
Yeah. I'm just
Is
gonna
he
put
there?
you guys here. Yeah, he's with
Okay.
Maeve. Yeah. And then we have Arcturus over here. And we have Davros over here. And we have Contessa on her own going this way then, I guess?
screw these fools. No,
Yeah? Is that you going on your own?
yeah, no, I
Sure.
am going to Ruby's.
And as all of you split off, Galoyan goes to the stable and gets the wagon into the stable and pays the relevant fees. The rest of you begin wandering off. And just before we end tonight's session, we will cut to each of you as Arcturus, you are met with about 3 or 4 guardsmen that all stand up with your presence coming to them, and as they walk towards you, they have like a slight intimidating presence, almost like, who are you to disturb me? And just before you can say anything, we cut to Contessa as you walk into the large tent. And you can see various wares and vials of sparkling red liquid and pots and pans and tool sets and alchemy kits, and there seems to be all sorts of things here. And as you start to browse and you look towards the counter, you see a familiar face of a young 20-year-old girl with red auburn hair sat behind the counter. And as she looks up, she smiles. And then we cut to Don Ross, who is helping the old man go around, who is buying baskets of food, which Don Ross is helping carry, and some linens and silks for his bedding, as he turns back to look for a wagon of some sort. And then we cut to Shion, Maeve, and Erhard as the 3 of you enter this building, and there is about 3 or 4 rows of shelving full of antiquities and various different things. You see jade statues, you see wood carvings, you see jewelry in cabinets, you see furniture spread across the place, and you also see what looks to be like a halfling man in very strange robes sat behind a counter reading a very big tome. And at that, we will end today's session, as you guys have finally made it to Woodstock.
I think that was a good pace. Yeah, no,
that was good. That was really good.
Nice,
That was
guys.
awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, this was amazing.
And as we said before, we unfortunately will not be playing D&D next week, which I am very sad about, but I am on holiday, so I'm going to be happy about that. However, we will be back the following week, and this Friday coming, as in the next one. Eagle is going to be doing a Talking Havoc, where they'll be doing a little podcast with a few of the other gang. I don't know who's going to be there just yet, but there'll be some of them here, and you guys can ask some questions and get to know a few of the cast that will be here. I may be in chat for some of it as well, so I'll try and help out wherever I can. But yeah. Anyway, let's go round the room. We're going to go directly to my left, which is that. No, my right, which is that way. Yeah, I get so confused with this every time. Oh, that way. Which is socks. Socks.
Socks, take it off, my dude. Take it off.
Socks, why don't you tell everyone where you are? Oh, you haven't spoken
Interesting,
yet.
Interesting, nice.
Yay!
Let's go to the next person, which is directly below us, where you can find all of us, by the way. But this guy, right here, Eagle.
Hello, I am the Eagle Outlaw. You can find me at the Eagle Outlaw. And Dawn fan. Anywho, I've been playing Skyrim. I'll be going back to that Monday, as I'm taking 2 days off. 3 days off, technically, we've had this. But yeah, you can come find me. We do a lot of crazy shit. I'm usually crazy, and yeah, you can, come hang out.
You can hear me cut off.
Cut off. And yeah, thank you.
Awesome. And next to Eagle, we have Zeb. Zeb, take it away.
Yeah, I'm Agent Zeb. I'm usually online in the mornings from Monday to Friday. I'm currently doing Final Fantasy and RimWorld and other things from indie games and adventure, and also a lot of strategy games like Crusader Kings. So if you like that, come check it out. And yep, have a good one.
Brilliant. And below Zeb, we have Smitty.
Yay! I got really confused because I'm muted. I'm like, I'm not muted. Wait, what? But yeah, come check me out at Smitty Jane on Twitch, or of course over at the Eagle Outlaw. Playing a bunch of Pokemon at the moment, but also variety. Be live tomorrow evening, UK time.
And normally I'd go to LAN. However, let's go to Creed first.
Ooh.
What? Why? I wasn't ready. What the? Hello, everyone. It's Guildmaster Creed. You can find me on Twitch on Guildmaster Creed. I plan on streaming in an hour or two. I'm going to be playing more Persona 5 Royale, and I hope to see any of you there. And it was a great damn session, guys. Thank you for being here.
Awesome. And then we have the duo, Tim and Lan. Why don't you tell us what's going on very soon, right?
Ooh, yes.
It's gonna happen.
Good. This Sunday, we are going to host a 12-hour stream with all sorts of fun things with you guys. Hopefully, we'll see you all there. We have some crazy stuff prepared for you guys. So, yeah, please look forward to that. I see Eagle making a weird face. I don't know what that means.
I'll be there.
Hey!
Yeah, super exciting. These guys are
I can
doing-
also tell that we invited a very special guest to the stream. Who is going to play a very, very familiar game for anyone who has been in a certain female streamer's stream. So yeah, be sure to be there. 12-hour stream Sunday, 11
We
CST.
got some crazy stuff prepared. So yeah, looking forward to it, you guys. We'll be playing lots of different games, and we'll do a giveaway.
Ooh, exciting.
Can I win this sweater this time?
And Zeb, you can participate too this time. Yeah, no problem. But everybody can participate.
Oh,
Check
I'm gonna
the-
win the sweater this time, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
You're not winning shit.
maybe.
I
Awesome.
want one. I need one.
Who knows?
A hoodie.
And if you guys thought I did an okay job, come and check my channel out. I think I'm one follower away from 350.
Oh my
Which is
god.
crazy,
Oh my god!
Crazy,
Follow it right now.
So yeah, guys, go and check me out on the Onion Soup. I'm actually not going to be streaming for a week because I'm going on holiday, but I'll be back, and there's going to be super exciting stuff happening when I'm back. So yeah, check out the Discords and stuff and all that sort of socials. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and if you're in the future watching, I see you. But other than that, guys, thank you very much. We had a brilliant session, and the talk show will be next week on Friday, so don't miss it. It should be lots of fun. Yeah, guys, goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
I love you. I love all of you.